This week on a brand new episode of the SAS podcast. John Collins and Clint Capella. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't feel like that makes Atlanta any better. That don't make them any better. I love Clint. Let's be honest. Clint really ain't nothing but a PNR big, right? So maybe they brought him over so they can run a little PNR with Trae Young. But you couldn't do that with Collins?
We supposed to be the losers, but we winning though. They used to laugh at us, now we grinning though. They used to tell me never in my lifetime. I guess they wasn't in their right mind. Underdog.
Yes, sir. What's going on, folks?
Hold on. Yeah, man, Spade is a fool, man. Spade is a fool, yo. Spade, I want that same energy you had in pre-pro.
What are you talking about?
I want that same energy you just had 2 seconds ago. Right now, like bring that same energy because you was losing your mind in pre-production. That's why we here right now. Let's get it.
First of all, everybody know I'm calm, cool, collected.
Oh, okay.
That's who I am.
Okay, wait till this first topic.
Collected.
Wait till after we get out the first
I
half.
ain't tell them who the hell we were.
Go ahead.
I ain't even get a chance to tell them who we were.
Go ahead, Spade.
Folks, welcome back to a brand new exciting episode of Strong Arm Sports Podcast. You know what we do, man. We come through, we hit y'all with the real, no BS, no sugarcoating, no biases. He threw off the whole intro. If this happens to be the first time you guys have caught the show here on YouTube, or if you're listening on any of our various podcast channels, I am one half of the show. I go by the name of KSpadeTheProspect.
And I'm your boy, lepavs57, and together we form Strong Arm Sports. Spade, I need that same energy, bruh. I need that same energy.
Calm, cool, collected,
okay.
bro.
Okay, we're going to see how you feeling after the first half of what we just talked about right here. Super Bowl. The Super Bowl happened, y'all. Y'all already know. We made our predictions and we were right. Let me say this. We record on Saturday. So you guys, you know, we usually premiere it at 10 o'clock. But I said, Spade, it might not be a good idea to premiere it. Super Bowl on. People want to watch that. They want to watch the post-game festivities when they handing out trophies, hear interviews and all that. You know, after the Super Bowl, a lot of people go right to ESPN and listen to the players talk and the losing team talk and the coaches talking on it. But anyway, we didn't premiere it last week for that reason. I'm pretty sure this one is going to be premiered.
Right.
Spade. The Super Bowl happened.
Right.
We were both right. We had the Chiefs. We picked the Chiefs. They won. Spade.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl was crazy because, you know, for the most part, it was a great game, an exciting game. Man, after the game, we know the Chiefs won. After the game, a lot of things went crazy. People was blaming Kyle Shanahan. We already know what he did with the Falcons when he was the offensive coordinator down there. He blew a lead down there. Jimmy Garoppolo missed a wide open Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, he was bro. He burnt everybody. It was there. Could have gave the Niners the lead. It was still time on the clock. Pat Mahomes could have got the ball back, drove his team down there and scored then and still won the championship. It was a lot of controversy about who should have been the MVP of the game. Spade, talk to me about the Super Bowl. Your thoughts. Who do you think should have been the MVP? Did they get it right? And just who fault was it? Was it Kyle Shanahan? Was the loss for the Niners on Kyle Shanahan or was it on Jimmy Garoppolo? Let me know.
All right. First, let's talk about whose fault it was. I hate to do this because at the end of the day,
do it.
Say what you will about the coaches, but it's 22 men on that field, man. 11 on offense, 11 on defense, and the fact of the matter is San Francisco didn't score a point in the fourth quarter. And those men on the field got to take some blame for that. I will agree. A lot of people felt like they went away from the run. I was talking to somebody, shout out Cam. I was talking to Cam, and he was like, they was gashing them with the run. Why did they come out passing? And I'm like, it's the clock is definitely, you know, the clock wasn't on their side. You could argue maybe it was time for them to run, but for whatever reason, he felt like they needed to pass the ball. I don't think he wanted them to pass all the way down the field, Paris. He wanted them to hit a few passes just to keep the defense honest, and then I think they was going to go back to the run, and they weren't able to hit on those few passes. At the end of the day, maybe I hate that we don't do this enough. Maybe it was nobody's fault on San Francisco. Maybe it was the credit of Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. They went into the half. Look, man, it was a tie game at the half. In the third quarter, San Fran put up 10 to Kansas City 0. And somebody made an adjustment. LePage, you ask me all the time, what is a coach's job? Coaches should be making adjustments. They should be look.
Oh, wait, time out. Let me get a 20.
Greatest...
I asked you what coaches do in the
Go
NBA.
ahead,
I know what coaches do in the NFL.
You ask what do coaches... They don't do shit in either one of them. A lot of times, what they do?
Go ahead.
What they do, fam?
Go ahead,
don't the OC... I mean, no, let's talk about it now. The OC call the plays and the DC call the plays. So what the head coach do?
What you mean? Time management, Spade, Andy Reid. Listen, I like Andy Bieniemy, but you said to me on this show, you know, it's been some lingering out there that, you know, Andy Bieniemy don't call the plays. It's still Andy Reid. Didn't you tell me that?
He calling them guys, though.
Didn't you tell me that?
No, I said people say.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't tell you that. Oh, I said people say.
Oh, who the hell is people? When you say people, I take it as it being you. That's what I do. But Spade,
go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I know what the coaches do in the league. I don't know what the NBA coaches do, and we're gonna talk about that a little later when we get to your Rockets. When we get to your Rockets, I said it. Your Rockets.
I don't have no Rockets.
You got Rockets. You got pocket rockets. You got Rockets. Listen, Spade.
Grow up, man.
No, I'm never gonna grow up. Hey, Spade, talk to me about. Okay, they went into the half. Let's stop at the half. They went into the halftime. You said, right?
They went into the halftime.
What happened at
10 game?
What about the halftime show? People were saying this is the best halftime show ever.
Bro, that shit was terrible, dog. First of all,
Spade, don't do this. Spade, don't do this.
Nah. Bro, what I say?
Spade, I seen you tweet. You was like, they need to have Bruno Mars on speed dial.
They need to get Bruno Mars and Beyonce on retainer, like a damn attorney. And every time some shit need to be performed, they need to hit one of them. To me, other than the Prince halftime show, let's keep it a stack. Now, I'm a guy. Bruno Mars don't make music for me. That shit was fly. The Bruno Mars Beyonce halftime show was the greatest one I've seen since the Prince halftime show and the one where Janet Jackson nipple made an appearance, but you ain't ever getting that one again. So since you know you can't get the Janet Jackson nipple, the next best thing is Beyonce and Bruno Mars. People
we got J-Lo ass. We got J-Lo ass, and I'm not going to do it on camera, but we got like we got that. She came with the
Fam, let me tell you something. I saw somebody on my timeline debating who was the biggest star. It was like, only Americans think that J-Lo is a bigger star than Shakira. Shakira's a worldwide star, international star. And I don't remember who it was, but somebody I follow tweeted back, they both getting muted at halftime, so it don't matter. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. I wish they would have picked somebody who at least had current music. I don't want to hear Jenny from the Block. I don't want to hear that old shit, fam. All right? So the halftime show was whack. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do what you scared to do. LePage scared. He said in pre-pro, oh, I want to say that halftime show was whack, but I don't want...
Bro, I love the halftime show. I loved it.
That shit was whack.
Bro, I love it.
But I tell you what it was good for. Apparently, it was good for the Chiefs to come out there and reevaluate what was going on. San Fran came out. They put a beautiful drive together. They end up scoring 10 points in the third quarter. In the fourth, though, give Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, the Kansas City Chiefs, whoever the hell else we giving credit to, the cheer squad, whoever, give them all the credit. I'm not actually going to take any credit from the 49ers, man, because it ain't like Jimmy G was ass or Mostert couldn't... They weren't allowed to. And
bro, he made some questionable throws, bro. Like, Spade is a ton of videos out him with him literally throwing the ball with his eyes closed, bro.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you, it was people on my timeline, GG. This is the third quarter, fam. GG. The Chiefs had a good run, but Mahomes folded. And I'm tweeting like, yo, how you figure he folded? And people tweeting me back like, man, he's got 2 unforced interceptions. They're not unforced when you taking a face mask to the rib cage when you throw it. That ain't unforced. He was getting hit every play. So the defense forced Mahomes into some bad plays. And on the flip side, the Kansas City defense forced Garoppolo into some bad plays. And that's what the hell they get paid to do. That's what they get paid to do. The defense get paid. Look, man, if you let either one of these quarterbacks drop back and sit in a clean pocket, they both going to dot up the whole game. They going to dot up the whole game.
I don't know if they forced Garoppolo into one of them. That throw that I think Breland caught that interception on that sideline. It looked like he was trying to do a throwaway, and it was an ugly pass, Spade. Like, it was ugly.
Mahomes had one. He had one, in my opinion, he had one interception that was just questionable. But the one he threw when the pocket was collapsing and he tried to step up and throw it at the same time, to me, he got pressured into an errant pass. I'm good with that. But people was talking we was talking about Mahomes and the pressure they had on him. But per the stats, I mean, KC was right behind them on old boy's ass. Now I don't know how they only got. I mean, I don't see pressures here. I just see hits. But San Francisco hit Mahomes 9 times. This is not sacks, but on 9 non-sack plays he was hit on, and they got Garoppolo being hit 6. So Garoppolo wasn't standing in no clean pocket all game either. The defenses made plays, man. It was, to me, it was a great Super Bowl. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good Super Bowl, Spade. And listen, I see.
Pat Mahomes should have been the MVP.
I agree with you 100% there too. Spade, I seen people on the timeline like, yo, Mahomes getting exposed. And I'm like, what? Wait, what?
People be ready to hate, bro.
They do it. I was like, people gotta relax. We are in the damn third quarter about to begin. Like, relax. And man, listen, man. Mahomes is special, and the Chiefs they're gonna pay him like he's special too. He probably gonna get the richest. I think Mahomes will get the richest contract in NFL history, especially probably like most money wise and guaranteed money wise. I think he probably about to get $40-50 million a year. Like, this shit is about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy. So yep. Mahomes is special. I think he deserved to be the MVP. Listen, I ain't taking nothing away from Williams, the running back. He played amazing. He played great. But man, Mahomes, man, for him to just stand in there, take those hits, like you said, they ain't even count like all the pressures. But I mean, like, he was pressured. Yo, I don't even know how many times Mahomes threw the ball, but if he threw it 30 times, he was pressured at least.
He threw it 42 times.
How many?
42 times.
Come on, man. He was at least pressured 75% of the times he threw. At least. Like, it's crazy. Man, I'm happy for the Chiefs. I'm happy Andy Reid finally got one. You know, a lot of people get carried away, Spade, because they like, listen, they're taking it away from you soon. And when they were saying he was not washed. They're saying he was getting exposed. They're taking it away from you just like that. And then when you win, they give it right back to you. Because now I'm saying Mahomes is on a Hall of Fame trajectory. And they said, I can see, you know, I'm looking at like other sports shows, and they said Mahomes is on his way. He can win 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can be the guy that passed Tom Brady with going to all these Super Bowls. And I'm like, whoa, we need to relax and pump our brakes. Let the young man enjoy this one, and let's just see. First of all, it's football. Anything can happen. I mean, we seen Tom Brady go down, tear up a knee. We seen him tear up a knee. So anything can happen in football. So let's pump our brakes before we just crown this dude the next best thing. He's amazing. I love Mahomes. He's amazing. But boy, they throwing him in the Hall of Fame right now. We got to relax.
Yeah, I mean, look, Damian Williams had an amazing game. And I'm a Damian Williams fan. That dude was a Dolphin for a few years. So, I mean, I like him.
Yeah.
He had a good game. 17 carries for 104. He did get in the end zone once. He averaged 6 a pop. Not trying to take anything from him. He also had a fumble. You know what I'm saying? So, somebody's going to say, well, he had a fumble, but Mahomes had, 2 interceptions and a couple fumbles. But Damian had it in his hands 17 times. So,
didn't Williams had a receiving touchdown too, right? I think he had a receiving one.
He did. He had a receiving touchdown. Kelsey had one. Yeah, that's it. Just those 2. But, I mean, you're talking, like we said, Pat Mahomes had 42 passes, fam. And then on top of that, he ran the ball 9 times. He ran for 1. He threw for 2. And, yeah, he had his bad moments in that game. But I felt like it was a Pat Mahomes game. That's kind of who we've seen this guy be. If he come out slow or whatever, I tweeted, this team likes to play from behind, LaParis. It's weird. It's almost like, and as a football player, I know you know this. That 2-minute drill that teams run, sometimes you see a team get in that 2-minute drill and think to yourself, shit, they should just come out running this shit. This shit working like crazy. But I don't know what it is. But the way they play when they're behind, it's crazy, man. It was a great game. It was perfect for them. Every game of the playoffs, this team had to fight from behind to win. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like, you know how we do quarterbacks, man. When the offense don't produce, the person they question is the quarterback. So when the offense does produce, that credit go to the quarterback. LaParis, I saw people saying I damn near spat all over myself right there. I just saw people saying that San Fran should part ways with Jimmy G. I'm like, God damn, what'd he do?
Oh, yeah.
So when teams lose, the quarterback take the heat. When teams win, the quarterback, he gets praised. And, it's not always fair. But to me, I think they got it right. And Pat Mahomes, and that's no shade to Damian Williams, who did his job.
Spade.
But for Pat to be able to stand back there the way he was under pressure and then fight back, because that last drive, man, man, give it to Pat. To me, it wasn't that tough of a decision. Give it to Pat.
Spade, a lot of people were saying Richard Sherman got exposed. They were saying Reeves was at home with his feet kicked up, loving it.
Well, you talking about Reeves, but one commentator, who was that? Was it Aikman?
I think it was Aikman.
Yeah, was waiting on him. Like, man, if they want to, they can just throw to Sherman's side every time. Sherman can't keep up with it. I was like, God, dog.
Yeah, he was like, Sherman can't run with any of these guys.
Yeah, man, calling them out. D Ford got to feel some kind of way being on that Kansas City team last year, being the reason that they didn't advance, and then getting beat by the team this year. Like, D Ford got to feel some kind of way. D, go ahead and hit the show up, man. Let everybody know how you feeling. We want the exclusive D Ford interview right here on Strong Arm Sports.
Word.
You asked me like a million questions, but I don't remember nothing else.
I mean, that's basically it, man. It was I like the Super Bowl. I just think people got to be careful just crowning the guy. Spade. I've seen that somebody said Pat Mahomes could win 6 Super Bowls. Whoa, it's hard to win one Super Bowl. I mean, it's some greats out here that never won a Super Bowl. It's some greats out here that only have 1 Super Bowl ring. Let's pump our brakes. We're saying like the over under for Pat Mahomes is 5. 5 Super Bowls. Come on.
Well, I know how you feel about that.
This is the NFL, Spade. You already know if you pay Mahomes $40-50 million a year, we have a salary cap in the NFL. That means somebody leaving. You ain't gonna be able to pay everybody.
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you something else. You talking about people crowning him the next best thing. I don't take as much offense to that as I'm seeing some takes that's saying he's already the greatest quarterback. Like, I saw somebody say he's already the greatest passer they've ever seen. So, I'm like, so you didn't see Dan Marino.
Bro,
you never saw Dan.
You want to mention Dan Marino like Troy Aikman ain't.
Man, Dan Marino
like Troy
to
Aikman
this
wasn't
day,
in the booth.
Man, if Troy Aikman don't have 2 seats and
Troy,
get one
Troy
for him
Aikman
and tell him to hold
rings,
one.
How many Dan got?
Wow, that's real petty.
I'm just saying.
I tell you what, that shit bit him in the ass. Who had that comment about Pat Mahomes and said, I tell you what, y'all hit me up when he get a ring?
Oh, that was Troy.
Folks was like, they was like, Troy, you want to talk now?
That's commentary Troy.
Now do you want to talk?
Commentary Troy, though. Like, that's commentator Troy. You say little things like that.
Commentator Troy, do he want to talk now?
I mean, yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Pretty
You
sure
can ask Troy Aikman. You can ask Troy Aikman.
Oh, boy.
Do he think
Spade,
he throw the ball better than Dan Marino?
Spade,
he don't.
Don't do this, bro.
I'm just being honest with you because I'm tired of y'all not giving Dan Marino. All right,
bro,
that's fine. We'll pretend like Dan Marino wouldn't go.
I love Dan Marino.
It don't sound like
I especially love Dan Marino when he was in Ace Ventura. That's the Dan Marino I love.
First of all, he had a better role in Bad Boys 2 when they took the car. He was test driving.
Yeah, I remember.
But young people, listen. Let me look in the camera.
Dan Marino is a better actor than a football player. Let me find out.
LeParis, let me have my moment with the camera. You can just check your phone or something. Young people, do yourselves a favor. Go find you some old NFL film and look up Dan the Man Marino. You ain't ever seen a better passer of the football than Dan Marino. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say you never will. You never will. Now, if you want to say it's some better, like, total package quarterbacks, I might give you that. I probably won't, but I might. But pure passer? Oh, never. Never, bro. Never. What else we got? That's it? Is that it? Don't get shy on me now, LeParis. Is that it?
That's it, bro. Go ahead, man. Wait. Before we go, should the Niners move on from Garoppolo? Because I seen they need to go get Brady. I seen that.
That's foolish. That's just stupid. It's asinine. Was this, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't this Jimmy G's first full healthy season?
I mean, yeah, got hurt last year. Like,
So in his first full healthy season, he gets you to the biggest game in the league, and somebody think you should. That's just stupid, bruh. That makes no sense.
People were saying that they won. They was winning games in spite of him because of the running game and the defense. I mean, it sounded like that was Ben Roethlisberger's first Super Bowl win. That's what it sounded like to me. Sound like that was Brady's first Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think you cannot move on from Jimmy Garoppolo. You cannot. And if you do, this shit is crazy. But I was reading Spade. They saying Jimmy Garoppolo is tied up with a lot of money. Like they signed him to a big contract, but it's real easy to get out from under that. You already know in the NFL, you only really care about the guaranteed dollars. So they were saying like, yo, they can cut Jimmy Garoppolo or trade Jimmy and go get Brady.
I don't like that.
Go ahead. Let's move on.
Foolish.
Let's move on.
Let's move on, bro. Since we talking football, let's talk football, man. One league ends, one league starts. The XFL officially starts today. LaPierre said it to start the show off. I'm going to say it again because you never know when we got new listeners. We record on Saturdays, and it take a little bit of time to actually take these recordings and produce it into a show. So it's sometimes that when we talk about things and you guys see it, by the time you see it, it's already happened. But today, the XFL officially kicks off. LaPierre, I'm going to ask you, even though I know your answer, are you excited for the XFL, and are you going to get this league a shot?
Of course, man. First of all, let me just preface my comments by saying I am a football fan. I watch the CFL. Shit, if Arena was on TV, I would watch Arena. I'm a football fan. But Spade, I was in on the AAF league. I love the AAF league.
Me too.
I was in.
Me too.
I was locked in every week. Man, I was betting on the AAF league. Money on the AAF league. Spade, I'm locked in. The good thing about the XFL that the AAF league didn't have, they got Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon got his own bread, and if he don't have his own bread, he know where to go get it from. So it ain't the XFL is not going to fold because they can't pay players. That I'm for sure about. But Spade, I hope the league work out, and it's crazy because to me, I think the XFL made their mistake in the first time around. They was trying to compete with the NFL. Oh, we're going to be better than the NFL. I didn't get that. I wasn't hearing that this go round. They're like, yo, you know what? We just want another football league where guys that don't make it to the NFL can come here and have a career and, have another place to play. And I'm not hearing that same, oh, we're going to topple the NFL. Any football league should be smart enough to know you're not about to compete with the NFL. So it's better to just be like, yo, this could be like a minor league. We want our players to come from here and potentially get a shot in the league. Therefore it works good for everybody. Spade, we see the big three. Ice Cube ain't like, yo, we about to be better than the NBA. Ice Cube was like, I want everybody that come here, either whether they was former NBA players and still want to play, or they up and coming players that don't feel like they got a shot to come over here, and maybe the NBA be like, oh, let's take a look at that, guys. And we've seen some guys from the Ice Cube league. We've seen a few guys from that league get shots in the NBA. We've seen some guys go back to the NBA. And I like the XFL approach this time around, Spade. I'm locked in. Of course, y'all know I'm a Dallas fan. I'm rocking with the Dallas team. I'm rocking with them. Spade, I don't know who you rocking with. It don't even matter because you all...
Bro.
What?
Bro, this is a... listen,
what?
I understand. You explain to everybody why you're a Cowboy fan, and I get it. But this is a fresh start for you. You can root for your home team.
Nah. I'm rocking with the Dallas squad. That's what I'm rocking with. Matter of fact, I'm about to cop a fitted. I'm about to cop a fitted with the Dallas team. But anyway, Spade, I'm rocking with the XFL. I'm hoping that it succeed. I'm hoping that it be around for a long time. Because I just think it needs to be another league. It needs to be another league. We got the Euro League with the it's hella basketball leagues. Got a league in China and with basketball. Got a Euro League. Sure. Got hella leagues. So yeah, it needs to be another football league. I know it's the CFL. I watch that shit too. But it needs to be another league, and I'm locked in. I hope this league do good things, man. I hope it do good things.
Now, if I can read into what you just said right there, you basically saying that football needs to try to learn from basketball, right? You saying basketball doing it right, and that y'all need to take. I'm just trying to make sure, you gotta, y'all peep. I peep. Yeah, so let me say this. In defense of the AAF league, damn, I gotta say that slow. What you call it?
The AAF league.
What you call that league?
The AAF league.
AAF league. Listen, man, in defense of that league, they didn't want to compete. Now I know you saying that's what the XFL tried the first time.
No, I was really mainly talking about the XFL. I felt like the AFL did a great job.
They did a great job. The biggest thing they ran into, like you said, was finance
Yeah.
and financial backing. That's where they ran into
Yeah.
problems. The only thing that, and listen, I want to see it work just because if you know anything about economics, you know that competition always bodes well for the consumer.
That's right.
I just want to see good ass football. I don't give a shit where they play it at.
Word.
Fam, my only concern here is I don't know about some of these, like the draft was weird. I felt like it was cases where there were talented players that they didn't necessarily look for because I think they went for names. And I understand you do want a few names sprinkled around. I get that. But I just want to make sure at the end of the day, I know me. It's going to have to be some high quality ball, fam. If I'm watching some low quality ball, I'm out. I got some homies, man. Shout out my real life homies. They got this thing they into. They'll travel around the southeastern part of the United States of America to watch the top high school talent because there's something in sports fans that want to see people before they blow and be like, man, I saw that kid in high school. He was something special. And they always be like, Spade, we going to see such and such. And I'll be like, fam, I don't want to see that high school ball, man. That shit ain't a high enough level for me. I don't. Because I don't want to be sitting in the stands and be like, man, this left tackle getting his ass kicked. He sucks. And I'm sitting 2 rows from his mama. And it's just like, he's a kid. Why don't you, I don't want that. If this is high level ball, fam, I'm in on it. The Paris, if it's low level ball because they trying to go get some names I've heard before, I'm out. And I'm afraid that it's a few more people like me. So that's my only concern about the XFL league.
I think that's a legitimate concern. I mean, we don't want to see people out here looking crazy. And I felt like, and they got some of the people that was in the AAF league, they got some of those guys over here. Spade, but I felt like the AAF league was putting a quality product on the field. So if this,
They were.
Say it again.
I said, yeah, they were.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like if this is even comparable to that, we're gonna be okay. And like I said, the only thing that they was their bro. The AAF used to come on the NFL Network. So I'm like, okay, these dudes ain't trying to compete with the NFL. It look like the NFL is supporting these guys. So listen, I like I said, the only problem was they couldn't pay the guys, and they had to file for bankruptcy and all that crap. That's not going to be an issue over here. I'm just hoping this league is able to stick around. It looks like Vince McMahon is not going at the NFL how he did the first time around because he was, it's a billion. The NFL is a $1 billion business. You cannot billions of dollars. Like you cannot compete with that league. But you can have a product that is comparable, and I hope. Let me not say I think. I hope the XFL is here to stay. I hope this time around.
Time will tell. I'm hoping for it too, though.
Yeah. And I mean, as far as the draft, you said the draft was weird, Spade. Man, the NFL used to have like 22 rounds when they draft. It used to be like 18-round drafts. So, I mean, they'll figure that out. I figure once, they get more teams. I think it's only 8 teams right now. So, once they get more teams, I think, the draft will get better. But I know it's some guys that we know personally that we think should be over there. But, things didn't work out for them. But I feel like they'll get that worked out. I hope.
Shout out my homie Lex. Hey, Lex should be in the NFL. So when he slipped through the cracks of the NFL, I thought for sure the XFL was gonna scoop him up, and they did. But we're gonna keep riding for my homie till he get in the. He gonna get in the league. He gonna get in the damn league. And LaParis, to answer your other question, man, I think I might as well. Look, man, you know my high school, the Griffin Bears. You know they green and gold, right?
Yo,
who stole?
Our colors was green and gold in high school.
Damn, y'all be biting everything from us, bro. You know who else used to bite? Who used to bite stuff from us? The Green Bay Packers. See, everybody thought that we kind of stole their swag, but no, they stole our swag. But you know who else is green and gold? The Tampa Bay Vipers. Tampa kind of close to me.
That's your team?
I think so. They got Aaron Murray. I've heard of him. Woo! He played for the Bulldogs.
I know who he is. That's who you gonna put your?
Yeah.
That's who you backing? Bro,
who on your team?
He went down there at Georgia.
Bro, who on your team?
Huh?
Who on your team? Who on the Dallas team?
Don't worry about us.
That's what I thought.
We ain't doing nothing
That's what I damn thought.
We ain't doing nothing but winning the championship. That's all we gonna do. That's all we gonna do.
That's what I thought.
That's all we gonna do. Win the championship.
Exactly
Don't even
what I
worry about
thought.
that. Anyway,
That's exactly what I thought.
okay, we'll touch base back when we win the championship, and I'm be like, Spade, what happened with Aaron Murray?
We got Stacey Coley
benched at the
too,
game
from Miami.
too. Huh?
Bro, we got Stacey Coley.
I know, bro.
No,
Spade.
don't act like Stacey wasn't cold at Miami. Was he not cold? I'll shut this whole set down. We'll end this shit early. It'll be a two
Spade always
segment
gotta go
show.
look for who got the canes.
Fam, was Stacey Coley cold in Miami? Come on, fam.
Bro, Barrios was
Huh?
cold. Barrios.
Yeah, Stacey too. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, Braxton
Stacey,
Barrios
I'm
was the
going to see
guy
my
out
dog.
there. It was Braxton
Fam,
Barrios.
I'm going to see my dog Stacey. Where can I cop a jersey? Go ahead, bro. What's the next topic? I'm gonna cop a jersey.
So-
I'm copping a Stacey Coley jersey. You can bet your ass on that.
So in segment 1, Spade, I talked about the San Francisco 49ers. Well, people saying that the San Francisco 49ers should move on from Jimmy G and go get Tom Brady, which is crazy because Belichick wanted to replace Brady with Garoppolo in New England, and the owner made Belichick ship Garoppolo out because he wanted Brady, and now they saying that San Fran needs to replace Garoppolo with Brady over there. Shit is crazy. Yeah, think about that shit. Think about that scenario.
Shit making my head hurt.
Yeah, that shit crazy. But now they saying that San Fran should potentially holler at Brady. But it's crazy. The Patriots came out and said, yeah, y'all ain't gonna be able to holler at him because if Brady want to come back, we got 30 M's for him over here. We got $30 million for 1 year if he want to come back over here. Spade. Are the Pats crazy for offering Brady $30 million?
Is hell hot? I mean, come on, bro. Why would you do that? Come on, dog.
Spade.
Hold up. I'm trying
$30
to
million
pull up
ain't shit, bruh. What you talking about?
What?
$30 million is the going rate for QBs. Bro, Ryan Tannehill probably about to get $30 million. Your boy.
Well, I mean, Ryan Tannehill goated, first of all, so
Stop
I don't
it.
see a problem with that.
Bro, Ryan Tannehill or Brady?
Ryan Tannehill right now.
Stop
What you
it.
talking about?
Bro.
Dog.
Bro.
Wait.
Bro,
wait,
$30 million, $30 million ain't shit for a quarterback right now.
Yes, it is. Jimmy G don't even make 30 mil.
Bro, $30 million ain't shit for, bro. Mahomes about to get 40, 50. Bro, the Cowboys offered Dak 33 and Dak said no.
I want a list. Oh my God. Hold up. Give me a list. You just give me a minute. I'm finna find it.
Bro, Big Ben make 34 million. Russell Wilson make 35. Ben make 34. Goff 33. Rodgers 33. Wentz 32. Matt Ryan 30.
Okay. I'm looking at Breeze 25.
Yeah.
That's right.
Breeze
That's right.
Breeze signed his contract before this shit. But if Breeze Breeze a free agent, or do he got one more year? I think this is last year, ain't it?
A free agent.
Yeah,
think
he's
so.
getting 30. He made 25. He getting 30. 30 million is the going rate. I'm telling you. Bro,
It ain't
Stafford
the going
signed his
rate.
contract
It's the going
how many
rate
years?
for the top quarterbacks. It's the going rate for the top quarter. You think he's still gonna be the top quarterback?
Bro,
He in that top tier to you right now?
hey, what are you talking about? 30 million
I'm
ain't the
talking-
top rate for top quarterbacks? That's the rate. 30 is the rate. Bro,
That's not the rate.
it's the rate. Kirk Cousins, 28 million. Garoppolo,
That's under
27.5. Stafford, 27.
That's under 30.
Huh?
That's under 30. Everything you saying is under 30.
Bro, Spade, my point is they signed these contracts years ago. Years ago.
Yes. That is
Yeah,
correct.
so the going rate is 30 now. Yes. The going rate back, Spade, the
okay.
going rate
All
back
right.
then was in the 20s. The going rate now
Well, you
is
know what?
30. That's
I'll
a
tell you what.
fact.
I tell you what, you the football guy, I defer to you. If you saying that this is a good deal for a 36-year-old quarterback, have at it. Wait, will he be 37 at the time the next season starts?
Who?
I'm tripping. Will he be 37?
Who you talking about?
Brady.
Brady is 40 something.
He's 40 something now,
Yes.
and you okay with him getting 30?
Bro, if somebody want Tom Brady, it's going to cost him at least $30 million. That's what I'm telling
My
you.
point is, couldn't you get All
That's
right,
what
let me
I'm
ask you this.
Spade, let me ask you this. Because Nick Foles is down in Jacksonville making $22 million. Nick Foles. You
Let me ask you something.
You think Brady at 30? You rather had Nick Foles at 22 or Brady at 30? Nick Foles don't even finish the season.
That's not fair because Nick Foles' injury. Don't do that. Don't do that,
bro. I'm
Y'all be trying to paint Nick Foles like he weak, like he ain't get jacked up on a bad play.
Bro, Flacco
right?
making 22 million with Denver. 22 million Flacco making with Denver.
Now I'm gonna tell you like this. First of all, how old is Brady? God damn it! Let me find it. Now I'm mad.
Oh my gosh, bro. Brady is like 42 years old, bro.
Bro, here's my hot take. Give me Foles at 22 over Brady.
But then you better have a good ass backup because he ain't making it through a season.
That's not fair. Listen, man.
Brady 42.
Let's be honest. My thing is this. I'm not even saying 30 bad. 30 bad for a 1-year rental on an old guy who ain't. Brady ain't winning you no games anymore.
Not if you think you're a quarterback away and you want a guy that's not going to make the turnovers like Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm not saying even with the Niners. I'm just saying, period. Any team want Brady, it's going to cost them 30. I would be shocked, and we'll come back and touch base on this shit. If Brady don't retire and somebody get him and he don't go to San Diego, and Brady go to San Diego or he goes somewhere else, I would be shocked, and we'll come back on this show and talk about it, if Brady don't get at least $30 million.
Okay, I already deferred on that. If you saying 30's the going rate, 30's the going rate. The question now is, should the Patriots spend 30 on a 1-year rental on a 40-something-year-old guy? Couldn't they take that 30 and get somebody else?
If they think they got a good chance of making another playoff run and going, he just won the Super Bowl. He just won it. Yes.
Thanks to D Ford.
Bro.
He gave him a Super Bowl.
Bro. I mean,
he didn't give him a Super Bowl?
There. That's neither here nor there, bro.
Bro, they had the number 1 defense in the league.
I got it.
Let's not act like
they got the
defense
not act
like they was winning those games on the arm of Brady. Let's not act like Brady is still that guy that's going out there winning the games for the team. He's not doing that anymore. He's not. And that's no shade to Brady.
That's not my argument.
Okay, let me ask you this. You're the GM of the Patriots. Who you throwing in that role? You getting Brady?
I'm bringing Brady back. I'm trying to bring him back. I don't know if he want to be back, but I'm trying to bring him back. Bro, they was just in the playoffs this year. They was just there. They in that division. Come on, Brady owns that division.
First of all, that's a lie.
Spade, they won the division like hella years in a row. They don't own that division.
They win the division. Yeah, they win the division, but you making it sound like. Go ahead.
Bro,
I don't want to talk about this no more. What else we got?
Bro, what are you talking about?
I'm not liking this.
Spade, they haven't won the division like umpteenth years in a row?
Yeah.
Okay,
but
so
that's
they own
everybody
that
else
division.
Can't handle them.
If it
the
ain't
Dolphins can.
But Spade, what I'm trying, listen, $30 million, right? It's crazy because I'm saying that for a dude that's broke right now. I ain't got $1 million, but I'm saying $30 million ain't no money. But the going rate for a quarterback now, when you talk about Stafford getting 27, these dudes signed these contracts years ago. Like, they signed these extensions years ago. I don't know when Stafford contract is up, but when it's up, Stafford, if they re-him up, he's getting $30 million, at least. The number, all these dudes might stop at 30, but they getting $30 million. That's the number.
Like I said, man, I got to defer to you. This is your league. If you saying that's what's up, that's what's up.
That's the number.
I just know the only way I would be, look, man, it's going to be some really good quarterbacks in the next year's draft.
Bro, it's crazy because they was talking about Sam Darnold, and they was talking about, like, they did a projection of what they think. They was like, once Mahomes signed this contract, they was doing a projection of what they think Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and all these other guys are going to get. And I was like, Spade, we can at least agree here. None of those guys are nowhere near Pat Mahomes, correct? We agree there.
Absolutely right.
Okay.
You're right.
Spade, right. They were saying that Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, and those guys are going to be under Pat Mahomes. So if Pat Mahomes get 40 a year or 50 a year, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, and all those guys, Josh Allen from the Bills, they was like, they're getting 33, 34, $35 million, which in my mind, I'm thinking, holy shit, none of those guys deserve that much money. They ain't never did shit.
Well, let me flip it then. Is 30 fair? For Brady, it's 32.
That's what I'm saying. I think 30 is a steal. That's why I said I'm bringing Brady back. I think the only reason they said, oh, we'll give him 30 is because he's 42.
Okay.
But if you're about to give Sam Darnold and those guys 35, yeah, give me Brady for 30. Give me Brady for 30.
I take your word for it. I've seen the light.
Yeah, yeah.
That just sounds crazy, bro.
I get it.
It sounds crazy.
I think we seen Warren Moon play. I think Brady broke Warren Moon's record as like the first quarterback to play at this age. Like Warren Moon, I think he was the oldest at like 44, oldest to throw a pass in the league. I think it was either him or Doug Flutie. I don't remember. But Spade, I mean, Warren Moon, this was way back when, but Warren Moon had came back and was making like $3 million or some shit. Like, not even talking about Brady getting $40 million at probably 42, 43 years old. Yeah. If I'm the Patriots, I see why you bring Brady back. He's a New England legend. Know
the system.
I mean, he been winning that division forever. I mean, you get him a few, because I see Patriot fans out there. Oh, if Brady has some wide receivers, you go get him some better weapons. Come on, you keep that defense intact. I don't see no reason why they won't be right back in the hunt again. I don't care if they start slow. I don't care if Brady throwing for 200 yards a game.
Is gonna be okay.
Say it again.
People keep talking about going to get him some weapons. I feel like N'Keal Harry gonna be okay.
I like N'Keal Harry.
They got to give him some time.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. They got to work out whatever issues Sony Michel has. Like, because, he in the doghouse, out the doghouse, in the doghouse, out the doghouse. So whatever that issue is, they got to work that shit out. But I don't see any reason why the Patriots can't be right back in the hunt next year. I don't.
You know what? I got to admit, I was just out of touch with the money. Like, 30 mil on a one, that just sounds crazy to me. I can't even front.
But you've been telling me Dak sucked all year doing this show. They offered
I never said Dak sucked. First of all,
Dak $33 million and Dak said no. Dak want damn near $40 million. Dak want $40 million.
I damn sure wouldn't give Dak the 40 piece, but I just proved that I don't know about NFL money, so good thing he ain't talking to me. And Dak, if you listening, I never said you suck, bro. I never said that. This man be lying.
Bro, all right, maybe you haven't said he sucked. Spade, I've been rocking with Dak since Mississippi State, since I was on the show. I was like, if he beat Alabama, he went in the Heisman. That's what I said.
You said, I remember.
Oh, they got work. They got work by Alabama, by the way. They got work.
I'm pretty sure you said he would win in the Heisman anyway. Like, before it even came to that. You were like, I got Dak winning the Heisman.
I probably did. I probably did. And then we ended up drafting him in, But, Spade, I'm pretty sure on your timeline, you see Dak suck, Dak inaccurate, Dak can't play, Dak suck. I know, I'm pretty sure you see it a lot. And Dak turned down $33 million. I quote tweeted that tweet this week and said, Dak, take the money. Take the money. Dak want 38, 39, $40 million, bro. That's what Dak want. I don't know if you're going to get that shit, but that's what he want. They talking about franchising Dak. And from the looks of it, you get paid within the top 5 percentile, it's going to be around 35, 36, $37 million. So, shit is wild. This shit is wild. This is where Spade. I don't know what's going to happen with Cam Newton. Is Cam a free agent? You said Cam got one more year left, right?
He got one more year. Yep.
If Cam, whatever they decide to do with Cam after this 1 year, Cam's getting $30 million. He's getting it. At least. The number is 30. It's crazy that I'm saying that. But the number's 30.
Spade, for it. Like I said.
Spade, let me strong arm a topic in here. We forgot. 2 seconds. It ain't going to take long. Spade, I sent you a tweet I sent you a text this week, excuse me, that the Rams are looking to trade Todd Gurley and David Johnson might get waived or cut or something from Arizona. Spade. Whoa.
Yes, sir.
Did the Rams... Whoa, what's going on with Todd Gurley and the Rams? I mean, David Johnson, he's still been... that ever since that injury, he's been, not looking like the same guy. Now, that team is way worse than it was when David Johnson was cooking. The offensive line is way worse. But, Spade, Wow, David Johnson could be on the move or cut. And Todd Gurley, Rams said we are going to look at every, everything. Like he could be traded. We don't know what's going on there, Spade.
Well, I mean the David Johnson thing that don't shock me. Nobody's crazy enough to doubt David Johnson's ability if he's healthy. But that big if is kind of derailed. I don't know how much David got left in the tank simply because of injuries,
Drake,
man. And it's a
Drake
shame.
looked amazing out there.
Yeah, Drake gave him 8 games and averaged 5 a pop for him. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a no-brainer. LeParis, the thing that shocks me is the Todd Gurley thing because they gave Todd the bag for starters. And Todd ain't really looked too good, man. So if they talking about moving on from him, he still got years left. They got to trade him, right?
Oh, definitely. They got to trade him.
Who biting on that?
Hey, I think it's some teams out there. I think teams are
got a bite.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
But I look at a team now. I don't know if Todd want to go. Now that's another question. Do Todd want to be there? I think it's some teams out there that'll definitely be like, yup. And one of those teams would be like the Bills want every running back that's on the market. They was trying to get not Shady. They was trying to get Melvin Gordon. When they was like, yo, trade for Melvin Gordon. Bro, I don't know if Todd want to be in Buffalo, but I think it's some Philly a bite, and I like Sanders, but Philly is another one. They was trying to get Melvin Gordon. They're another one. They ain't never satisfied with what they got. I think teams a bite, bro. I think teams would 100% bite. And I like Miles Sanders in Philly. I think he's the perfect fit. But Philly always trying to, they never satisfied. Never.
I don't know, man. Todd is still young, so that's the one thing in the favor of him. He's shown that he's a tremendous back when healthy. That's another thing in favor of him. But LeParis, you was just schooling me on how this league don't value running backs like it once did.
Yeah.
Teams feel like they can grab a running back in the late third, fourth, and groom him into a star. So you're going to take a guy who, first of all, and this is just me because I don't trust nobody because I got trust issues. But after the Rams invested in Todd Gurley like they did, they took him after a collegiate injury that I said I wouldn't have took him as early as they took him. They took him. It looked like the right thing to do. He came in and in 13 games played had 1,100 yards. And now they're ready to move on. So because I got trust issues, I'm like, hold up, what they know that I don't know? Like I don't know, man.
I mean, that's fair, Spade. We was asking, even when he was in the playoffs and they was letting big Anderson tote that thing, we was like, what's up with Gurley? Last year,
man.
Last year, they was letting all the other running back. We was like, yo, what's up with Gurley? It was like, yo, is he really injured? They were saying, oh, yeah. Before the season, they was like, Gurley's 100%. Came out, he played. He had like 5 snaps. We was like, what's up with Gurley? So yeah, I think that's past fair to be like, yo, they know something we don't know. Maybe them arthritic knees are worse than what the Rams are letting everybody believe, and they like maybe they think this guy is done because we was asking all last year, what's up with Gurley? What's up?
Yep. And we started asking all the way back to that playoff run.
Word.
I mean, it's crazy because if you look at him, he wasn't terrible, man. Mm-hmm. He had 15 games played. He had 223 carries for 857. That's 3.8 a carry. That's 4 a carry. He found the end zone 12 times. He only had a long of 25, though. I guess that's maybe a little bit concerning. But those numbers aren't bad. At the same time, I don't know if those numbers carry the contract that's going to come with him.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I was
just shocked to see that. I'm interested to know how the people that watch our show or listen to our show feel about this. Tweet us, leave it in the comment section. But I was just like, yo, wow, what a fall. I mean, Jesus Christ, Gurley was just the best thing smoking. What, last year before last? He was just the best thing out there. And now it's like, yo, now they willing to trade him. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? What the hell happened? Like you said, DJ, you can understand he's been banged up. You got Drake. You traded for Drake. Drake looked amazing out there. It's crazy. I think he had like 2 games, at least 2 games with like 4 touchdowns in both of those games. Shit was crazy. So, listen, I just I couldn't believe it, and I text you, and I just wanted to throw that in there. We don't gotta take long on that, but I just couldn't believe it.
Crazy. All right, fam. Let's go to the NBA, man. The NBA trade deadline came this week, and
This where you want to be anyway.
you already know
This
it.
where you want to be.
I stay wanting to be in the NBA, but I'm gonna tell you something. Every year, when the trade deadline is approaching, you got all these rumor mills, this guy, that guy, and oftentimes the trade deadline come and leave without a peep. That was not the case this year. It was a lot of movement, and some of the movement I didn't even understand. So I just want to go over some of the trades. It was a few big trades. It was a lot of trades, but I don't want to talk about all of them. Just want to talk about a few of them. The first one that come to mind for me, LaParis, was Clint Capella. The Houston Rockets set
I knew you wanted
the
to start
league
there. I ain't even want to start
on
there. I
fire.
wanted to say that for last because I know.
No, ain't no saving for last.
Go ahead.
The Houston Rockets set the league on fire by saying, we want to move Clint Capella. They released Nene. They was like, we don't even want a center, man. We're going to let P.J. Tucker play the center for us at, what is he, 6'6"? I don't know how tall he is. And they wanted to move Clint Capella. They ended up moving Clint to Atlanta. And people were so worried about the Rockets. Like, oh, this is crazy. They're going to get destroyed anytime they play a team with a decent big. And on the flip side, I was looking at Atlanta like, I like John Collins at the 5. I don't know if John is going in there telling them, like, look, fam, I do not want to be the 5, which is the case. We know AD never really liked to be the 5. And until he got older, Tim Duncan never wanted to play the 5. Like, Tim Duncan came in college like, yeah, I'm 7 foot tall. I want to be a 4. Like, I do not want to play the 5. And I don't know if John Collins is giving them that pushback, but I feel like he's a mismatch problem at the 5. They want to get John Collins to the 4, and they picked up Clint Capella. LaParis, let's talk about that a little bit on both ends. You can start in Houston or Atlanta, whichever team you want to talk about. How you feel about that move?
Spade, I'm on the flip side in Atlanta. I like John Collins. First of all, John Collins is going to beast. Wherever. Is he playing basketball? He's going to be a beast. Like, he on the basketball court, he's going to be fine. So I don't have a problem with that. I think Clint Capella being down there is actually going to help Atlanta. Listen, man, I'm one of those people. I want Atlanta. I want Atlanta to be good. I want them to be definitely better than what they are because I like Trae Young. Like, I want Trae Young. You know, it's all, you know, for whatever reason, and I know they was traded for each other, so that's probably the reason. But it's always Trae Young and Luka and who's better in XYZ. But when you look at their numbers, aside from rebounding, they're pretty damn close. Yeah. Aside from the rebounding, it's pretty damn close. Except for record. Like, you know, Dallas putting together a good season. But, I mean, it ain't – Atlanta's ain't sucking. Ain't Trae Young fault. Trae Young hooping.
Oh, for sure.
But I like them adding Clint Capella. I like John Collins, and I think you can build – I think Capella signed like a $90 million deal over the summer. But you can put Clint, John Collins, Trae Young. I still feel like they need like a 2 or you know, a wing, a better wing. I know they got who was it? Hunter?
They got Hunter.
And Huter.
Yep.
And Huter.
Yep.
Or whatever his however you say his name, Herter?
Yeah, Herter.
Whatever his name is. Yeah. So I mean, to me, I feel like those guys, Hunter may not be like a bench player, but I think Herter is definitely a guy that come off the bench. I don't see him as no starting 2 guard in the league. That's my opinion.
Okay.
So I'm not mad with what Atlanta did. Spade.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, bro.
Me and you had a little conversation. About the Rockets. Last week before last? I think it was last week. Bro. Wow. I said they gotta be creative and do something. Is this it? Is this it?
I think it is.
Spade, I don't know if this is the move, man. Spade in the West, and I get it. They want to be out there. They're going to spray and pray. They're going to shoot 25, 33s a game. But Spade, it's going to be some awful, awful nights. And I don't, Spade, they not winning no championship, bro. They not winning this shit with this roster. They not. It's crazy because I like Robert Covington, and I was kind of pushing for the Lakers. It's crazy because when I said that, people were like, nah, I don't want Robert Covington. And when I was like, yo, I'll trade Kuzma. They need a guy like Robert Covington. And I was told, nah, not no Robert Covington. And the Lakers actually wanted Robert Covington. They did. They wanted him.
Yeah.
But I like Robert Covington, Spade. I just don't know how the Rockets are going to be able to do it in the West with this lineup. They got James. I said this last show. They got James Harden doing the jump ball at center court, Spade.
Not anymore.
What's going on?
PJ.
What's up with your Rockets?
I'm kind of shocked that you and I are sitting on opposite sides on both ends of this trade. I'm not mad at the Rockets' moves. And I felt like people, let me tell you something. You know how I feel about social media, man. If somebody with a blue check mark tweet anything, people just go to liking and retweeting and cracking jokes. And folks is like, the Rockets are going to get killed, blah, 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 blah. And they may. This shit may not work. But I'm tipping my hat to D'Antoni because we just roasted his ass on this podcast and said,
Is this D'Antoni or Morey?
It don't matter. They come as a package. Even you could throw Daryl Morey in there too. We just roasted them and said, the league has figured out y'all offense. LeParis, in pre-pro, I think last week you said something about the Dolphins. You said when the Dolphins and Ronnie Brown start running that Wildcat, it had the NFL messed up. They was messed up. For like, I want to say half a season, the Wildcat defensive coordinators were scratching their head. After a while, people caught on to it, and they rarely line up and run that Wildcat. It got figured out. They squeezed all the juice out of it. And you and I said, just going ISO, letting James Harden cook, I don't care what anybody say. They were a Chris Paul injury away from going to the finals, playing one of the weakest Cavalier teams that LeBron had since he went back after Miami. Say what you will, it's a good chance that Rockets team could have won a ring if Chris Paul stays healthy. So as a Harden fan, one of the things I hate to hear is, hey, I ain't never gonna win playing like that. Fam, he losing to one of the greatest teams in the history of the fucking sport, dog. They only getting eliminated by the Golden State Warriors, who beating everybody. What are you talking about? It ain't like 1 year they lost to the Clippers, 1 year they lost to the Jazz. Fam, they losing to Golden State, who's winning this shit, and they had Golden State dead to rights until Chris Paul got hurt. But you know what happened? The league figured that shit out. They blitzed James Harden every time he come across half court, and LeParis, we are seeing adjustments, which is all we can ask for as fans of the sport. For one, you call this out. I don't know if it's the coaching staff. I don't know if Westbrook went to them and told them I'm changing, but Westbrook has stopped putting up 5, 6 plus 3-point attempts. That's not his game. That's not his strong suit. Now when they blitz Harden throw that shit to Westbrook, and Westbrook go to the cup. And it's working. Now they want to go 4-5 out. They want everybody on the court out of the damn paint, able to shoot a three, except Westbrook. Because you know what that's going to do? If you blitz James, he's going to throw it to Westbrook. He's going to the cup. He's either going to get 2, he's going to get 3, maybe with the foul, or he's going to kick it out and everybody can knock down a shot. Daniel House Jr. has been playing amazing. Ben McLemore has been playing amazing. You bring in Rocco, who's a 3-and-D. We just was saying that now he's putting more. Fam, as a fan, how can you be upset at the effort? I even had to get at my homies. They was like, everybody's slurping the Rockets. This shit is dumb. All they did was beat the Lakers. Man, everybody said this shit would never work. They said if you play a team with a decent big, this shit would never work. In the first experiment of this shit, they went out and faced Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, and JaVale McGee and won. That don't mean they gonna win a ring. That mean they realized that the league caught on to what they was doing and they made adjustments. LeParis, I like it. I tip my hat to the Rockets. Now I'm looking over here at the Atlanta starting 5. The Atlanta starting 5 is Trae Young, Kevin Herter, whatever, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and Clint Capella. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't feel like that makes Atlanta any better. That don't make them any better. I love Clint. Let's be honest. Clint really ain't nothing but a PNR big, right? So maybe they brought him over so they can run a little PNR with Trae Young. But you couldn't do that with Collins? You can do that with Collins. So now John Collins, who can shoot a little bit. And we looked it up when we was ranking our top 5s to start the year off. I think Collins was shooting like 36% from 3. He shoots pretty good from 3. But I feel like with Clint on the floor, you pushing John Collins to a stretch now. You changing his game. When he run to the basket, Clint defender right there, what the hell Clint gonna be? So now you've clogged your paint. I don't like this move by the Hawks, and I hope they make me feel differently, but I don't like it, LeParis. I don't.
But I hate to say it, but this is where the league is going. Bro, the 4, it seemed like this NBA, the 4 better be a stretch. He better be a stretch. It just seemed like bro.
That's why I like John at the 5, though, LeParis, because he could stretch if he need to, or he could paint match if he need to. But now with Clint, Clint can only do one thing.
I got it. I got it. But now you got John Collins at the 4. He's still a stretch. Now he can be outside.
He better be out.
He can run pick and roll with Clint Capella. He can either have a lob or the kick out to John Collins. Instead of running the pick and roll with John Collins. He can pick and pop or pick and go. Now you got another option because now you can pick and roll with Clint and still had a pop option with John Collins. That's all I'm saying, Spade. Now I don't know if any of this shit going to transition to any more wins. But Spade, I gotta get at you. You can't say I like what the Rockets did and not like what the what's name did when they trying to change it up. Having John Collins at the 5 got him 10 wins.
No. John Collins mixing up his Flintstone vitamins with performance-enhancing drugs got him 10 wins because he missed 25 games. So if John Collins ain't missing 25 games, it's no doubt in my mind that the Hawks are in a much better position record-wise than they are today. And they got a shit ton of injuries. Even now, right now they showing Cam Reddish is out, DeAndre Bembry is out, Clint Capella is out, Dwayne Dedman is day-to-day, DeAndre Hunter is day-to-day. The team's bashed up.
They just traded for Dedman. They just traded Jabari Parker for Dedman. They just did that trade, which we don't have on this list to talk about, but that shit just happened.
So injuries, I mean, that shit happens. But when you're such a young team, injuries can derail a season for them. But I think if John Collins is not suspended for 25 games, fam, they're in a much better spot. Every time somebody say to me like...
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Yeah, so I'm not even...
I forgot he was suspended for 25
Yeah, I'm not ready to say that the Hawks, they switching it up because it wasn't working. Like, we still only got a small sample size of what this team is right now. So, I mean, and y'all know, man, I'm like a secondary Hawks fan. Like, the Heat, my team, but if the Heat ain't on, I'd rather watch the Hawks, and I love watching Trae Young. I love watching Trae. And I'm with you. I want Trae to succeed because Trae will forever be linked to Luka. Whether that's fair or not, it is a fact. And I feel like Trae gets, I'm biased, but Trae get hate and it pisses me off. Like, Trae can have an amazing game, and like Bleacher Report or somebody be like, Trae Young goes off for 40, blah, blah, blah. You read the replies, it'd be like, oh, great, they only got 10 wins. It's like, fam, that ain't Trae's fault. That ain't Trae's fault. Like, why y'all going at him? So
it ain't his fault. Like, it's not his fault.
I want to see them win, man.
You can't say he's shooting bad because I think he's shooting great. Ain't he shooting great?
Yeah, he was shooting pretty good. I don't know where he is now, but yeah, Lopez, I'm just worried. I don't see how Clint Capella make this team better, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm dead wrong. And it's funny because at one point, the Hawks was in on negotiations for Andre Drummond, and I was telling you, I didn't feel like Drummond made them better. And that's no shade to Drummond. We know what Drummond do. But again, you got somebody who's in the paint, and I feel like if you get a big to stay in the paint, you limiting you taking John Collins, who's one of the most athletic guys on that team, and you forcing him to be one-dimensional and shoot from outside. And I don't think you get the most value. You get the most value out of him as a threat that I can shoot this shit, or I can put it on the floor and go around you. But if you put it on the floor and Capella's defender is just standing under the basket waiting on him, I just don't see how that make them better, bro.
I mean, just why we play the game. We will have to wait and see how this shit work out.
Absolutely right.
But I also want to mention it was some other pieces to this trade. It also said this was one of the most expansive trades in nearly 20 years. I think it was 4 teams, 12 players, or whatever. Shit was crazy. And it said that the Timberwolves acquired 2 first-round picks, including Houston's 2020 pick, and which they moved to the Denver Nuggets for guard Malik Beasley and Juan Hernangomez. Gomez. So Minnesota also got Malik Beasley and excuse me, and Juan Hernangomez Gomez from Denver. And Spade, I was thinking to myself, why the hell did Denver trade Malik Beasley? He be spraying up. Yep. And Spade, it got me to thinking back to when I don't know if I asked you on this show or if I asked you like when we was just talking on the phone. I said, yo, what the fuck is up with Michael Porter Jr.? Is he ever gonna play? And you was like, yo, pump your brakes. He been injured. I think this is the year. And I think that's the reason why they moved on for Malik Beasley and Juan Hernangomez Gomez, because Malik Beasley like a 2, Juan Hernangomez Gomez like a small forward. And man, Michael Porter Jr. looked like he been playing this year, and he looked like he's all world. And I think that's why they moved on for Malik Beasley. Yep. So I gotta give you credit. You told me to pump my brakes. It wasn't that I was saying, and I think we might have talked this shit on the show. I'm not saying Michael Porter Jr. I thought he sucked. I'm just like, when are we gonna see him? Like, it's been like 2-3 years. I just wanted to see him play, and man, he's been everything. Like I think the first game he played like 15 minutes and had like 20 points.
He can hoop.
But he's been coming in. He's been playing solid. He looked like he's all world out here. So I got to give you your props on that.
Yep. Yeah, that Denver team is funny.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it short.
I was gonna say you. Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it short.
Go ahead.
I was telling, actually, me and Nate had a conversation about him too, and he was like, "Man, you know, what's the deal on Michael Porter Jr.? Is he what everybody said he is, or is he an imposter?" And I said, "Man, I never thought I'd be saying this. You never want to tell a team they got too much talent, but I look over at Denver like Denver kind of got too much talent, or not a well-defined enough pecking order. Because when I look over there at that team, Jamal Murray, he's a bucket. We know that. Gary Harris, he's a bucket. We know that. Will Barton, he's a bucket. We know that. And the Joker kind of make the whole shit go. But then you had Beasley off the bench, who was a bucket, and you got Michael Porter Jr. off the bench, who was a bucket. And it's like, I don't know if you might be holding some of these guys back. Like, I don't know who, I don't even know how to determine who should be where in the pecking order. But I know when I watch Michael Porter Jr. hoop, that shit look real easy. It looked like it come to this kid easy, bro. And I'm going to be honest with you.
I ain't even going to lie to you, it do.
It do. Man, we just gave Brandon Ingram, we gave him props on this show and said, look, man, that man got down there in New Orleans, and with Zion out, they was giving him the ball, and they was like, man, go get a bucket. And he was showing that he can do just that. I almost would love to see Michael Porter Jr. in a situation where they just said, Mike, go get us a bucket. Because I don't know who's stopping him, fam. But he don't have that opportunity. Like, that's not his situation down there. So we get a chance to see these little miniature explosions here and there. Like, Malik Beasley's going to be a baller, man. But I'm for doing whatever you can do to get more reps for Michael Porter Jr. Whoever got to go, got to go. I want to see that kid play.
Yeah, they shipped Malik ass out of there. And Juan Hernangomez went with him. They was like, all right, y'all got to go. Because Michael Porter Jr. got to get more minutes.
People get shipped day, They be all right.
Spade, I asked you. I was like, yo, we ain't really get to see him in college. Then when he came back from college, he was still banged up. So I'm looking at him in college, and I'm like, this shit don't look too good. And you was like, yo, pump your brakes. I mean, I see now. Like, he looks amazing.
He does.
He looks amazing. Spade.
Yes, sir.
You had a problem with another trade.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I know. We ain't going to talk about Miami yet. I wanted to talk about the Detroit Pistons. They traded Andre Drummond to the Cavs for John Henson and Brandon Knight, which I'm like, damn, Brandon Knight's still in the league? Brandon Knight's still in the league. And a second-round pick. I mean, Spade.
Yeah.
What? That doesn't even make sense to me, bruh.
I don't get it.
Listen, I might be one of the only people that actually think Andre Drummond is better than what people say he is, because I think Andre Drummond is a beast. A dude that can give you 20 and 20, damn near a night. I mean, I think he's averaging like, what, 17? I don't have it in front of me. It might be, I'm guessing, 17 and 16. I'm guessing. That's a guess. But Spade, he went to the Cavs, who have Tristan Thompson. The Cavs didn't move on from Kevin Love, so they got TT, who they just sent home. They just told TT, I don't know if they shutting Tristan Thompson down, but they was trying to find a trade suitor for him, and got the nerve to say, we want a first-round pick for Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
Bro, nobody's giving you a first-round pick for Tristan Thompson.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Cavs. I don't know who the hell running the show out there, but if you think you're getting a first for TT, you are sadly mistaken. So they got Andre Drummond, and then I'm reading, and I'm like, okay, so Detroit wanted the salary dump because they paying Andre Drummond all his money.
Yep.
They wanted the salary dump, so they wanted him out of there. But then I'm like, all right, he went to the Cavs. He can opt out after this year. And Andre Drummond done came out and said he plans on opting in. And I'm like, what the hell? Spade.
Mm-hmm.
What the... If Blake Griffin and Drummond ain't work, Kevin Love, TT, and Drummond ain't gonna work. What the hell?
Bro, I didn't like this trade when I saw it.
I think Drummond is a beast, man.
I didn't like this trade when I saw it. And I was like, I don't understand what Cleveland do it. I get it from the Detroit standpoint. I don't know if we did it on the show, but you asked me, like, how do you fix Detroit? And I'm like, man, I think blow it up. Like, I don't even know, So, yeah, you gotta lighten the load. But, LaParis, the light bulb just came on while you was talking. I did not have this pre-thought out. But now, I don't know if I hate it. If you're looking at the Cavs, The only reason TT got that money is because he was a dog on the glass. But we ain't really seen him dog on the glass since that day. The day they handed him that check. I ain't really seen him dog on the glass. But you know what? Unlike the Hawks with John Collins, where I'm worried about you forcing a player to be one-dimensional, Kevin Love, LeBron them, they ruined Kevin Love versatility a long time ago. He don't do nothing but stretch. That's all he do anyway. Let me tell you something. It might not be a better glass cleaner in the league than Drummond. So if you got Garland, Sexton, Cedi Osman, and Kevin Love, Andre can just dominate in the paint. It might be, I think it's an improvement for the Cavs. I think the Cavs got better. The only thing I question is, I don't know what they're going to do with TT. I don't think you're going to trade him for that money. Can they cut him and eat some of the, I don't know what they can do. But they got better.
NBA got this weird buyout shit. I don't know how much it's going to cost to buy him out, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a heap of money. But, I just don't think that's an option. They might just send his ass home like they did JR and still pay him.
I'll tell you what, after last show, I had some harsh words for the city of Cleveland, and somebody tweeted me and said, man, my girl on your head about you coming for Cleveland. And I just tweeted the gif of Homer Simpson hiding off in the shrubs. But I tell you what, Drummond was very vocal on social about being sent to Cleveland, and I feel like, he kind of echoing my sentiments. He don't seem too happy. Like I said, didn't nobody want to go to Cleveland. Drummond was pissed. Okay, let me tell you something. Dre was pissed. So I wish I remember.
Well, you know what? You banged the cannon on Cleveland. Let me get at Detroit, because Drummond is absolutely right. Bruh, it's Detroit. I seen somebody tweet, and they was say he went from the worst city in the USA to the second worst city in the USA. Bro, it's Detroit, and Drummond actually signed and wanted to stay in Detroit. Bro, nobody want to stay in Detroit. Let's be honest. Bro, the Lions suck. The Pistons suck. The Pistons ain't been good since Ben Wallace had wild hair. Like, come on. Since Rip Hamilton was running off 100 screens. That was a long time ago. The Pistons, bruh, let's be honest, bruh. Like, Drummond deserved better, man.
But LeParis,
he deserved better. What is Detroit? You said you like it for the Cavs. What's Detroit playing?
Blow it up.
They still suck.
They got to blow it up.
Bro, they still going to suck?
Well, if you going to suck, would you rather suck with some money in your pocket or suck broke? They broke. They got to blow it up. They
still got Blake.
I guarantee you hey, watch. Blake is on the next thing smoking. Yeah, they didn't move him before the trade deadline. Blake not going to be there, bro. They finna blow it up. They got to. Shout out to the homie Andre Drummond.
People was coming to see Drummond and Blake at least. These was putting butts in the stands.
Yeah, you absolutely right. Let me tell you this, though. Dre, you ain't got to say it on social, man. DM me, let me know how you feel about Cleveland. Because Cleveland folks want me to believe that they're a desired spot.
Dre
he
said he ran up. He said he not opting out.
He not opting out because come on, man. Come on, LeParis. He gotta get that bread, bro. But he wasn't happy. He didn't tweet no smiling face. Hey, look, you saw how happy Antonio Brown was when he found out he was going to New England? Dre ain't popped no video of him sprinting through the backyard.
Listen, man. Like I said, I might be one of the only dudes that think Drummond. I think Drummond is all world. You give me a dude, Spade. You ask me, never mind. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that on the show because you don't want me to say it because you soft like that. You don't want me to say it. Spade.
What other trades do we have,
but
sir?
you said Drummond, is limited offensively, and that's cool.
He get us out the mud.
A dude that can give you 8 offensive rebounds and put 7 of them back. Come on, bruh. He getting 20. He getting 20 the hard way. And first of all, he was a terrible free throw shooter. He's still bad, but he's way better than what he used to be. He's knocking down free throws this year. Sure. And a dude that can get you all them offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, block shots, and still average damn near 20. Come on, that you don't got to run an offensive play for. Come on, man. Bro, Drummond deserved better, man.
You are absolutely right.
Like Drummond, he deserved better.
You're absolutely right. He averaging.
I want him out of Cleveland, bro.
No,
I want him out of Cleveland,
bro. We just got through saying we wanted to get Sexton some help. Here it is. You all over the place.
Bro, you were saying free Sexton.
Well, yeah, but now not.
You were saying free Colin Sexton.
Yeah, I
you
was.
wanted Colin Sexton out of there.
Yeah, I said I want you to move anybody who ain't get. Look, Sexton should have walked in and said, look at me. I'm the captain now. Anybody who don't want to be down with him being the captain, you're going to boot him off the damn ship. To your point, Drummond averaged 18 points a game. He averaged 16 rebounds.
16. I said 17 and 15.
Bro, he averaged 3 dimes, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. And he got the highest PER on the team. Now, look, Dre, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I said about you. The Paris was like, man, I'm a big Dre fan. And I said, I like Dre, but Dre ain't got no go-to move. And, you know, the Paris was trying to protect me. He didn't want to say it on the show. Dre, I'm telling you what I said. I said you ain't got no go-to move. What's your move? But I will say,
I said he got a hook shot.
And I said he don't. Hook shot. I don't see no hook shot. Okay. Dre get his out the mud. You shoot, you miss, he clean it up, and he score. And there ain't nothing wrong with that in the right system. And I ain't trying to be funny. This might be the place. I would just let Kevin look, because look, I like Garland and Sexton. Neither one of them are great from beyond the arc. I would let them guys shoot it. Just shoot it. You miss it, Dre got it. And he gonna clean it up. Shoot. You got the green light. Colin, you got the green light. Let him go. Yeah.
Bro, 18 and 16 is being wasted away in Cleveland.
No, it was being wasted away in Detroit. Now he building something.
It was. I was for him being traded. Not there. Not there.
So we're going to disagree on all these trades, bro. It ain't going to be none that we on the same page on.
I'm going to tell you what.
This shit is
Let
crazy.
me get a 20, Spade, because I would have liked, you know what? I would have liked Drummond with the Knicks. I would have liked him with the Knicks.
That's worse.
I would have.
That's worse. Who's the shooters out there?
Is it?
Yes. Who the shooters? Shit. The best shooter was Morris, and he gone. The best shooter was Morris, and he's gone.
Oh, well, I mean, that's a beautiful segue. Marcus Morris got traded from the Knicks, y'all.
Let's get it.
Marcus Morris, Isaiah Thomas went to the Clippers for Jerome Robinson. He went to the Wiz, and Harkless and a 2020 first round pick went to the Knicks. So Isaiah Thomas was then waived by the Clippers. So I mean we got to touch base on that too, Spade. The fall from grace for Isaiah Thomas, it sucks, man.
It does.
That sucks for that guy.
It does.
Because I mean, he was just an MVP candidate with the Boston Celtics, and now this he can't find a home to save his life, and that sucks. If he would have just sat out before that hip injury and not played when his God bless his family, but his sister had passed away, and he went out there and played, going through all that through injury, and if he would have just sat out, he would have got the bag, bro. He would have got the bag. Yeah. And he played. It just I'm rooting for Isaiah Thomas to find a home, man, because it sucks for that guy. But talk to me about if you got anything to say about Isaiah Thomas, Spade, and the Clippers trade for Morris.
I mean, the Isaiah Thomas thing is super unfortunate. I hope he lands on his feet. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care if IT be out the rest of this entire year because I still didn't feel like he was back. You know what I'm saying? I still don't know if he's 100% healthy, but man, we know he can hoop. We know he a baller. We saw him, and you know I don't care. I would. The perfect story to me would be for him to get reunited with Brad. I'm cool. Maybe he can be Kemba backup. I mean, that still sucks considering where he was at, but I don't want to see him out the league. Talking about the Clippers, man, let me tell you something. It's a few guys in this league that we know is dogs. And when I say that, I'm not talking underdogs, and I'm definitely not meaning the word dogs in a disrespectful way. If you don't get the slang, I'm talking these people who on the court who throw their body in the line. They tough. They make you work for every bucket. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you play ball, you don't want to be guarded by these people that we call dogs. They just, even if you get buckets, they just make you work so damn hard for you. Just want to stop the game and be like, bruh, like, why are you going so hard? Like, relax. They just got a damn another one. They already got Pat Bev. They already got PG. They already got Kawhi. They already got Montrez, who's a dog. And they just went and got Morris, too? Shit. That's scary. I ain't even going to hold you, fam. That's scary.
And they kept him away from the Lakers because the Lakers wanted him.
And I feel like the Lakers put a better package out there to get him. The Lakers gave a better package. And the Knicks said, look, we suck, But you know what? Here's a fuck you to the Lakers, and we're going to send them to y'all crosstown competitors. That's the Knicks' way of saying, even though we not good, it's still fuck the Lakers. And I'm going to be honest with you, this move right here might have tilted the scale to me because I still had the Lakers being the favorites out the West. I don't know if I still do.
I mean, bro, I love both the Morris twins. They're my guys.
Yeah, me too, because I don't know my part.
Man, this shit right here, man. Jesus Christ. Bro, and it kills me. It kills me when teams... Why do you want to help the good teams? It was like when... I don't understand why you want to help the good teams. I wouldn't give neither LA's nothing. Y'all have enough. Win with that. Win with that shit. I would not help them out, man. But this is where we at. And I mean, they kept Morris away from the Lakers. I'm hearing that the Lakers may look at bringing J.R. Smith in for a workout this week right here coming up. So I mean, you go from Morris to who was spraying up to J.R. Smith, who was just doing a show, doing a little Kevin Hart ice bath thing, and he was like, me and LeBron had it out a few times, but it was never about shooting. It was always about defense. Bruh, that's a problem. The Lakers trying to lock in defensively and win a damn championship. You gonna bring in JR? I don't know, man. I mean, I like it for the Clippers. I just don't know why teams continuously help out these good teams. And then you got Hercules back. I mean, you got a first round pick, but let's be honest, that shit is gonna be a first round pick in the back end of the first round.
That's a late.
That shit damn near a second round pick.
Exactly. That's an early second.
That shit damn near a second round pick. And Spade, what I asked you about second round picks earlier today?
You asked me, do they pan out? Do they make impacts? And I said sometimes, rarely.
Do they even make the team? They don't even make the team. They be in the G League somewhere. Now I know somebody about to come with a slew of second round picks that then turned out to be Hall of Famers. Because that's what y'all do. But I'm just saying, for the most part, second round picks be dudes that don't make it. Shit, you got a better chance of being an undrafted rookie than a second round pick and making it. Shit crazy. Spade, let's take it to your squad, not the Rockets. Your other squad. Your second squad.
About time. Stop it.
Your second squad made a trade, Spade. They traded Dion Waiters, who you hate. Justice Winslow, who you hate.
Whoa.
James Johnson. I think you love James Johnson.
Of course.
To the Memphis Grizzlies for Andre Iguodala, Solomon Hill, Jay Crowder, which I think was, they just threw Jay Crowder in there like that was something to just be like, you can get rid of Jay. I like Jay.
Yeah.
The league seemed like everybody else don't like Jay. Nobody like Jay Crowder. I think, Spade, me and you might be the only people that like Jay Crowder because they hate him.
Well, it looked like Pat Riley.
It's crazy because. So another team got in that deal. Minnesota Timberwolves. They later joined the deal. They acquired James Johnson from Memphis, and they got Gordy Zhang from Minnesota. And then Miami signed Andre Iguodala to a 2-year, $30 million extension, and the second year is a team option.
Yes.
Woo, that was a lot to debunk.
It's a lot. What you want to know? What's the question? What's the problem?
Do this help your Heat?
Absolutely. That was easy.
So you think Iguodala making that big of a difference?
Okay, wait.
I'm asking you.
Okay.
You got Iggy and you got Jay Crowder. You thinking they making that big of a difference?
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of do.
Okay.
I kind of do, right?
You kind of do what you do. Which kind of?
All right, so here's the thing. Let me go through what we lost first. I like James Johnson because he's a tough guy. He's a defender. He brought that toughness. I feel like we replaced that with Crowder. So
okay.
No shade to James. James, I know you like a 53rd degree black belt. I don't want no smoke with you, but I feel like, hey, that counts it out. Dion's a bucket, but I ain't gotta even go through that. All right. I felt like we knew that was over with the gummy bear incident. It was over there. Well, I felt like
it was over before that.
We needed to move Dion though. We got Hero, who we feel like can be somebody. We got some young pieces, man. We needed to move him. Say what you will, we needed to move him.
That's a fact.
The one that I feel like some Heat fans are torn on is Justice Winslow. LaParis, you've seen my roller coaster ride with Justice. When we drafted Justice, I was excited. When I saw him play, I was not excited. When we realized that, oh, this dude's like a playmaker. He got to have the ball in his hand. We started letting him run the O. I was excited.
Yep.
Then we went and got some other people who could play with the ball in their hand, and I felt like his value plummeted for us because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really love Justice off ball. He's not a catch and shoot guy. Like, he needs the ball in his hand. Then it's the injury issues. Justice missed a lot of time as a member of the Miami Heat. He be hurt a lot, fam. I'm not mad that we moved on from Justice Winslow. The only thing in this trade that I didn't love when I saw it, I'm like, yo, 2 years, $30 million? And somebody hit me back and was like, hey, that second year's a team option, so what the Heat want to do, they're going to try to go after a big free agent. They're going to have the cap space to get a big free agent. And if they do, they're not going to re-Iggy up on this second deal. They're going to let him walk. But if they can't get somebody, they're going to bring him back. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I even get it, but in Pat Riley, I trust. I'm looking at this team, man. The team has already overachieved. Nobody saw Miami being this good. You got the toughness of Jimmy Butler, who is already that guy that got the team right. And Iguodala's comment about Jimmy made me feel like it was the right move. He said the reputation Jimmy Butler got around the league is he's a weird guy, but he play hard and he expects his teammates to play hard. And I respect that. That's the same approach I take. Give me Iggy. Give me Iggy. Huh? You like that?
Well, I mean, Memphis sure. He didn't want Memphis, and Memphis started banging the cannon on Iggy.
And I'm not mad at those Memphis guys.
Dylan Brooks.
Yep.
Dylan Brooks and Ja Morant. And, Ja Morant later came out and said him and Steph, was DMing each other and kind of squash with. I don't even. They throw the word beef around too loosely too. That's not beef.
Yeah, they don't know beef if they think that's beef.
Yeah, that's not beef. But they kind of squash whatever. They little squabble, they little back and forth. But Spade, what did you think about Dylan Brooks and Ja Morant? Little comments towards your boy Iggy. Your second team just traded for.
Stop it. I loved it. And the funny thing is, I had to defend it. Dylan Brooks said, I can't wait till we trade this guy so we can play against him and bust his ass. And I love it because that's the mentality I would have. That young team, look, when they first said Iggy was going there, Iggy said he don't want to be there, I don't know that I blamed him. They drafted Ja. Ja came in looking like the man. I have liked Dylan Brooks since Coach K pulled him to the side to fuss at him for taking a late three to embarrass the Blue Devils. Anytime you embarrass the Blue Devils, I'll become a fan of you. So I've been rocking with Dylan since college. I was talking with some folks. They was like, I don't like that, man. Like, they out of pocket. Fam, no, they young and hungry. Somebody tweeted Ja Morant and said, be humble, kid. And he replied, he said, very humble, but very confident. I love it. My only concern is I wish Iguodala would have went anywhere else because I like Ja and I like Dylan, but Miami will whoop that ass. And we don't already play them twice this year. They don't play us again this year, so they're not gonna play us again until next year. And if we get, if we get a big free agent, hey, Lopez, you want to hear something? You ready for this?
Oh boy.
Word on the streets is a certain guy from Greece just might like it down on South Beach. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got to get mad with me. Don't kill the messenger.
You hate Giannis.
That ain't got nothing to do with Pat Riley. Pat not asking me who to spend his money on. I'm just telling you what the streets is saying, okay? I'm afraid that these...
that'll be... Bruh, the way you be like, James Harden do this, but they don't have a problem with Giannis, I can't wait for that to be on your team, if that even happens. Because, boy... Would the narrative change then?
I know not what you speak. I look at Giannis and I see I see a young player that's working hard to be one of the best players in the league. I don't have a problem with that guy.
So the narrative changed before it even happens. Jeez.
Bro, I got to make sure I ain't the reason he don't choose Miami. When I look at Giannis, I see a guy that want to be the best. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I see.
KSpade.
All I know is they might not get a chance to play against him, and even if he's back next year, if they play Miami gonna whoop that ass, and that sucks. But yeah, I'm not mad at those Grizzly guys at all. And I saw a tweet, and then I shut up. For those that didn't follow it, somebody put the tweet out, said Dylan Brooks said, can't wait till we move him so we can play against him, and then damn, what was the next? What was the next tweet after that? Somebody
Ja Morant.
after that, somebody
Come on with the
replied to
face?
Dylan Brooks. What was the reply to Dylan? Was it Steph? No.
It was Steph Curry.
He replied to Dylan. Oh, with the picture.
Yeah, it was there. He replied with Iggy having like the award from the finals.
Right, having the finals MVP. And then Ja replied with the picture of KD holding all the trophies.
Word.
And somebody tweeted and said, Ja act like Steph ain't had one before KD came to town. And somebody tweeted and said, you mean the one they won where they needed 6 games to beat only LeBron James and a bunch of Cavaliers names we didn't even know? And Deladova when Steph didn't even win MVP of that? So, yeah, man, I liked it. I'm here for it. I like trash talk. I ain't got no problem with it, man.
Bro, what's wrong with the league, bro?
Soft?
I seen people saying Westbrook need to stop talking to Dame. Why? It's good to have some trash talk. They both play well. They bring out the best in each other. And then, like I said, fans be more mad. Westbrook and Dame gave each other love after the game. Like, they dapped each other up.
Yeah, man.
And then, like now, Ja Morant, and I get it, you a young player. Dylan Brooks saying this stuff, which is what, bruh. I would want my teammate to say some shit like that. You don't want to be here. We're trying to build something out here. Stat, like bounce. Get him out of here. I'm like, what's the problem? What's the problem? Fans like, yo, them young Grizzlies need to shut up. No, they don't, because you want to know what they fighting for? 8th spot. Yeah, they trying to prove themselves.
Yeah, and they young and hungry. Let them be hungry. I even saw...
Yeah, they young. That's perfect. Young and hungry. That's the problem with some people out here. They ain't got no drive.
Yeah,
they don't
man.
want to be better. Be better.
I even saw Lou Will came out and said that these young players need to learn to respect OGs. And I thought to myself, man, I hate when older people don't think respect a two-way street. It's a two-way street. You can't disrespect me and I respect you. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that. LeParis is one more team I want to talk on.
I don't even think what they said was disrespectful. He don't want to play with us. That's disrespectful.
That's disrespect, right? Bro, I got one team I want to hit on, and then we can get out of here.
Go ahead.
It's a ton to cover for Minnesota, but I think I got it here. Here's who left Minnesota. Keita Bates-Diop, Jordan Bell, Robert Covington, Gorgie Jang, I can never say his name, Shabazz Napier,
Gorgie Jang, that's my guy.
Noah Vonleh, Andrew Wiggins, a 2021 first-round pick, and a 2021 second-round pick. What came in for this team is Malik Beasley, Jacob Evans, Hernan Gomez, however you say his name, James Johnson, D'Angelo Russell, Amari Spellman, Evan Turner, Jared Vanderbilt, and a 2020 first-round pick. Fam, this might be the best move of the free agent deadline. The trade deadline to me.
So you like the D-Lo for Wiggins thing?
Absolutely. Yes.
What about for both? For both sides?
Oh, I mean.
Because I seen people saying this the best thing Golden State had that small forward since who?
Yeah, they was wild.
Iggy?
Yeah, they was wild. I was like, wait a minute. Was it KD or 3? But yeah, people really love it for Golden State. Obviously, let's be honest. It don't matter this year for Golden State. They're not doing nothing. It would be kind of cool to throw Wiggins out there because Wiggins is yet to be in a situation where they saying, you the man, go get us a bucket. I think on this team right now with Steph and Klay out, maybe they just let him cook, man, and we can see something. And I think it'll be fun and exciting.
I'm looking in the camera, bro. Hey, bro, I'm looking in the camera.
Go ahead.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out tonight because Wiggins playing tonight. Golden State play the Lakers on national TV, on in prime time, like 8:00 on ABC. So we're gonna find out tonight.
I mean, they might get that work, but I'm looking forward to seeing him playing better. But once that team is healthy, they bring Steph back, Klay back. They still got Dre. I like that team. I really like that. I'm not even going to front.
You know how I feel about Wiggins.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even
but
think I got to say it on
But you got to understand, they not needing him to throw the cape on. Like, that won't be his role.
And that's why I think it's going to be a perfect fit.
That's what I'm saying.
Wiggins shooting the ball. I mean, like you said, this season going to be crazy because they ain't got nobody over there. But when all those heavy hitters come back, Wiggins over there, 10 shots, going 4-10 ain't gonna look that bad when you only taking 10 shots and you got Clay, Steph, and Draymond, and when you got those, it ain't gonna look as bad as when you're going 4-10 and they expect your ass to be all world up in Minnesota. So I agree with you.
But I really like it on the Minnesota side, man. That Minnesota team was ass at one point. I looked at their last 10 games, and they was 1-9. I think if you would have refreshed and looked again, they was 0-10 in their last 10 games. They was trash. They had tweeted out that the Minnesota T-Wolves Twitter account had tweeted out this picture of Cat looking very funny. And they had the SpongeBob caption with big letter, little letter saying, oh, the T-Wolves aren't going to be good this year. And I know they just want to delete that tweet because that tweet ended up backfiring on them. And people kept using that tweet as a joke. They just kept using it. And listen, man, Cat and D-Lo are friends. I think it does matter. Do you have to work with people you like? No. Is it better to work with people you like? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes, it's better. So you get Cat and D-Lo. I think it works. And let's not even talk about all the other pieces.
Spade. Who you think they starting lineup gonna be?
Hold on. Let me cheat and take a look because I got no idea. Let me cheat. Let's see what they listing. Oh, I like it. D-Lo, Malik Beasley, Jared Culver, Herney Gomez, and Cat. I like it. Man, this team still got Allen Crabbe, who he ain't no max player, but still can get a bucket. They got Okogie, however you say his name. He can get a bucket. They got my boy James Johnson. If he can't do nothing else, he a 53rd degree black belt. I like this team. They ain't finna win shit this year, but they got better. They definitely got, to me, they got way better.
I think they got better too. I mean, like, that was just one of them teams you just had to shake shit up there, and you know they wasn't getting rid of Cat. And I was watching the game the day before they traded Wiggins. I'm watching the game, and I just tweeted out, like, bruh, Karl Anthony Towns cannot stand Wiggins. Like, Wiggins took a shot, and Karl Anthony Towns, like, rolled his eyes, like, and, like, flailed his arms, like, oh, I can't. Like, yo, they got Wiggins the hell out of there. Within 24 hours, he was out of there. So, and then you go get one of his best friends. Now, hopefully this junk can get them right out there. I seen somebody tweet, which I want people to pump their brakes. I don't even know if they won back in Minnesota them days, but Spade, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember. I remember it was exciting to watch, but I don't remember if they was winning. But people said D-Lo and Cat is going to be the new KG and Marbury, and I want us to pump our brakes before we get there because I don't even remember if they was winning out there. Was they going to the playoffs? I felt like that didn't work either.
I was finna say, I think if that was working, we never would have saw KG in Boston. But
yeah, I just don't think.
To your point, I think it was exciting, and maybe that's what people saying they looking for.
I hope that's what they meant because I don't think they was winning out there, and I don't think that shit worked. So, you know, people just be making these statements, and I don't even remember. Like, somebody gonna be like, "What are you talking about? They won 60 games." Like, I don't remember. I ain't look it up. I don't know. But look, I like D-Lo.
They was going.
It was. Huh?
They was going to the playoffs.
They was going.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, if Minnesota could just in the West is tough.
Let me see this old.
I mean, the Golden State down this year, but we expect them to be, especially if everybody come back healthy and even be close to what they were. We think they're going to be right back in the hunt. But I mean, I like D-Lo, and that shit just wasn't going to work with the Warriors once everybody came back. So they got a guy, Wiggins. I mean, that small forward position. I mean, that's before they got KD. They was always trying to. I mean, they had Harrison Barnes, you know, Iggy start there. It was always like that one position where, you know, they was trying to get a guy to fill in there. So they got Wiggins. So we got to see how this work out. I think it's a good fit for Wiggins, though. But, I mean, Spade, you just know how I feel about Wiggins. For where Wiggins went, it's crazy because it was Wiggins, baby. I talked to you about this earlier in pre-pro. I'm like, yo, it was Wiggins and Jabari Parker. Wasn't they linked together? It looked like Jabari Parker damn near out in the league. I didn't even know Jabari Parker got traded, bro. I didn't even know that.
I didn't either. It was in the small print.
Space said, where he at? I said he with the Kings. Bro, he gonna be buried on that bitch with all the damn wings and forwards they got out there. Shit, they bench Buddy Hill to get Bogdanovich on the court. Yeah. This shit wild. So he's out there. But Listen, man, a lot of things happened, Spade. Like you said, this was one of the trade deadlines when we was like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen. Everything happened, even if it was some questionable trades on, that I think was questionable. We have to see how this stuff work out. Spade like in the Minnesota trade. I hope he's able to get some wins because I like my dude Karl Anthony Towns, man.
Yes, sir.
He's from Jersey, by the way.
We know. We can tell.
We know.
We can tell.
My guy. Spade, you ready to move on?
Yes, sir.
So we just talked about the trade, Spade. And Spade, this team, boy, we thought this team was gonna be way better than what they were, man. What they are. I mean, it's just it's just been disheartening to watch them play. I mean, we talk about, you get with a team and you want your team, you want to look at them and you want to look at them and be like, yo, they have fun playing together. And I'm not getting that from this team. And I'm talking about the Philadelphia 76ers. Spade, what happened to the Sixers? I'm hearing, bro, Jay Williams just said on national TV last night, said the Sixers, last night meaning Friday night, because we record this on Saturday, y'all, said the Philadelphia 76ers, and they won the game last night. They beat the Grizzlies. They won. Said the Philadelphia 76ers really need to highly consider trading Joel Embiid. That's where they could get the most assets from. He said it don't got to be there. Of course, the trade deadline was over. He said he didn't bust a move this year. I know they made some little itty-bitty trades. I think they traded James Ennis. We ain't talking about a lot of little itty-bitty trades that happen like that. Mm-hmm. But he was like that they really need to consider trading Joel Embiid because that's when they'll get the most assets for. And it'll free up Ben Simmons. Spade. And I'm thinking like, we just saw Al Horford earlier in the week said they got some locker room shit they got to work out internally. Spade. First of all, I want to go on record and say we was confused about the Al Horford shit from the rip. But Jay Williams said, move Embiid. You got Al Horford. Al Horford is a better fit with with Ben Simmons because he can stretch the floor. We seen Embiid can stretch the floor, but Jay Will, this dude been around basketball his whole life, said Embiid is more, he can stretch the floor, but he's more effective in the box, and that it doesn't work with Ben Simmons. Spade, what's up with the 76ers? They are terrible.
I think they created an issue. The issue they created is the whole trust the process movement landed them Joel Embiid, and it kind of made Joel Embiid the face of the franchise, which made him number one on the pecking order. Then they came back and drafted Ben Simmons, who, in their mind, these two would marry together well on the court, and it just hasn't always worked well. Both of these guys are talented players, and both of these guys got their issues. With Embiid, I look at his issue and I question his durability. With Ben Simmons, I look at his issue and I question his shooting ability. And I don't give a damn about shoot around before a game. I'm talking about once the whistle blows and they jump up to start the tip-off. Of course, the players are coming out trying to debunk the rumors that it's issues in the locker room. Ben Simmons downplayed it, said there's no locker room concerns, all is well. Joel Embiid snuck a shot in there and said, a lot of people asking why I be at the perimeter. I'm trying to create space for others. That's obviously a shot at Ben Simmons and his need 100%. To get to the cup. I'm going to tell you, one of my favorite sayings, and it ain't even nothing spectacular, but one of my favorite sayings is you can't bullshit a bullshitter. I done told a few lies in my life. Fam, it's some things not right here. At the same time, LaParis, we know that winning cures all. If they go on a streak, they start winning some games. Man, look, last year when they was in the postseason, the same issues that we see on the court now we saw last year. But when they was winning, all was well. It was jokes, it was laughs, it was smiles, it was high fives, it was Joel Embiid on the bench looking at somebody's phone with them when they had their phone. We seen them be okay. As for whether or not they should move on without one of them, I think you can make that argument. I'm not saying they should, but you could definitely make that argument. And as for which one you should keep, I think you could make an argument for keeping either. If you replace Ben Simmons with, you're not going to. I'm just making a point. If Ben is running the O and you want to replace him with somebody who could run the O, if you was replacing him with a Trae Young type of player, it would definitely work with Embiid. If you replaced Embiid with AD, somebody who can stretch the floor and shoot, it would definitely work with Ben Simmons. I don't know who they should keep, man. I got issues with both of these guys. When they playing like they can play, look, man, when Embiid is out, everybody's saying like, damn, man, Ben Simmons looks so much better when Embiid is out of the way. Like, look at him finish at the cup. Look at him take people off the dribble. I still say that's only going to get you so far. In the postseason, they just going to pack the paint on you, fam. They're going to make you take those shots. They're going to. And somebody asked me the other day, Rondo came in the league. He never had an amazing jump shot, and it didn't hurt the Celtics. What's the difference? Well, the difference is the way the game is played today. Right now, the way the game is played, the majority of the shots are taken from beyond the arc in the paint. And I don't know if that style of point guard that will not take shots and needs to, I just don't know if it's the best way moving forward. And I'm not going to tell you the part with Ben because I don't even know how many games you're going to get from Embiid. I don't know. And he's been in a terrible funk here lately. He's been in a terrible funk. Let me find his stats while you talk. But I don't know what to do here, bro.
Spade. You want to talk about, we just talked about James Harden. Look on his face that he wasn't having fun. You know who else ain't having fun? Joel Embiid. He ain't having no fun out there. It's man. It's crazy because I'm at a loss because I don't know what to do with the Sixers. Spade. I don't think you can. I don't think you can win with Ben Simmons being the point guard. Like if you're gonna move Embiid, you gotta move Ben Simmons to like small forward or power forward, and then go get a point guard that can shoot. Something like I don't. This shit is weird. It's weird because they are really in a catch-22. But everybody I'm hearing is saying, "Yo, trade Embiid." I never hear anybody say trade Ben Simmons, and they like, "Well, Ben Simmons is." I think went to the All-Star game back-to-back years, so they saying he perennial All-Star. I don't know if Embiid made the All-Star game this year. I don't think he did. Nope. But it doesn't look good out there. Now I know somebody gonna be like, man, they still 6 in the. I think they 5th or 6th in the East, bro. That's gonna get you, bro. If you gotta play Milwaukee in the second round, we're gonna see Embiid crying out of here again because they're gonna get smacked. I'm gonna tell you who else looking like a stud. Toronto looking like they ain't to be fucked with. I know Kawhi left, but Toronto looking like the real deal. It's looking like, yo, we back like we never left. We know Kawhi going, but it's crazy. Siakam has taken another step forward. He looked better than he looked last year, which is crazy. Like, listen, man. I don't know what the hell the 76ers are going to do. I didn't like the Al Horford pickup from the rip, bro. But now they saying because they got Al Horford, it's easier to move on from Embiid. But, hey, Philly fans, how y'all feel? Because, I mean, like I said, y'all won last night. But the product ain't been looking good. The product has not been looking good. Y'all paid, y'all got rid of Jimmy Butler. Y'all paid Tobias Harris, who we like. But, man, the product hasn't been looking good, man. I don't know what the hell the Philadelphia 76ers are going to do. But we expected Philly to be one of those top 4, top 3 teams in the East. And they have not been that. They have not been that.
Well,
bro, they played, I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but they played the Celtics, bro. And you know, Al Horford came from the Celtics. You know, it's this thing with betting and fantasy sports called revenge games. Bro, Jason Tatum was trying to prove a point like Al Horford. You made a mistake, bruh. Like, you made a mistake leaving. It did not look good at all, bruh. It didn't look good.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm looking at Embiid's numbers for the month of February. Yes, it hadn't been that many days before somebody come through and state the obvious. He's shooting bad. He's shooting 33% so far for the month. He's had a 1 of 11 game and a 6 of 26 game. After them losing 4 games in a row to Atlanta, Boston, Miami, and Milwaukee, they did get a win against the Grizzlies, but in that win, Embiid only played 16 minutes and was 3 of 6 from the field.
Come on, man.
I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna jump. It's time to move on from Embiid then. So you won last night. You won last night against the Grizz, who's tough. I guarantee you, Valanciunas probably had a double-double, but you moved. You didn't. Embiid played 16 minutes last night, and y'all get the dub. It's time to move on from Embiid, bro. And I'm not saying Embiid suck, but it ain't working in Philly no more. It's not working. And somebody gonna be like, how's it not working? They in the playoffs. They're gonna make the playoffs. Bro, if your goal is to just make the playoffs with all this talent, Horford, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, number 1 pick, Joel Embiid, number 1 pick, then you're in the wrong league if you just like, bro, if it was like the Knicks just making the playoffs, you'd be like, all right. Bro, we expected Philly to be in the hunt for the ring.
Yeah.
At least win the Eastern Conference.
If nothing else,
man.
we didn't expect them to be trending in the way they're trending. You know,
They're
currently
going the wrong way.
13 games back. They are 5-5 in their last 10 games, but when Milwaukee is 9-1 in their last 10, Toronto is 10-0 in their last 10, and Boston is 9-1 in their last 10, you're not putting up it ain't looking.
Milwaukee beating ass.
Absolutely.
The Celtics been beating ass, and Toronto is currently on like a 13-game win streak,
Absolutely.
ain't they?
They are.
Come on.
And you know what's crazy? Shaq, who we love. You love him just because he's from Jersey. I love him because...
Bro, Shaq from Newark. Not only is he from Jersey, from Newark, where I'm from, and he's a Cowboy fan. I love this guy, bro. I gotta meet Shaq. I gotta meet Shaq, bro.
Don't nobody care he from Newark. Okay?
Bro, go ahead. I love Shaq anyway, but, I mean, all that just makes it better.
I like when Shaq be tough on
Shaq is
centers.
basically me. He just got money.
Oh, God. I like when Shaq be tough on centers, bro, because you know it ain't like I can be tough on centers and somebody gonna come through and be like, you can't do it. You're right, I can't. I still know I can tell you what effort look like. I don't give a shit. Like I also can't do heart surgery, but you can show me 2 videos of 2 surgeons, and I can tell you which one looked like you put more effort in it. I can see effort. I'm good at that. Shaq was real hard on Embiid, man, because in the game versus Milwaukee, they tasked Embiid with guarding Giannis. And when I was talking about this at work, I had a coworker that said, that's a tough guard, man, because Giannis is quick. I'm like, fam, it wasn't that type of game. Giannis was going to the cup. Embiid was backing up, waiting on him at the cup, and still getting gammed on. Like, he just... I tell you what, Giannis, I'm a fan, bro. I am a fan of you.
Oh, Lord.
What, man?
Now you team Giannis.
I'm just saying.
Oh, good.
I'm just saying,
man. Bro. Giannis caught Embiid with the meanest Akeem Olajuwon since Akeem Olajuwon, bro. I mean, I love Embiid. Embiid is amazing. It's not working here. And like you said, he around the perimeter. I mean, that's a fair synopsis. Like he around the perimeter because he need room for Ben Simmons to roam. Like it's I don't know, man. Philly fans, Philadelphia, holla at us, man. We expected y'all to be better, and y'all are trending. Spade, where are they at currently in the East? 5th or 6th? 5th. Oh, they would have to play like Indiana, right?
Miami right now.
I think Miami 6.
No, you're right. Indiana, my bad. Miami's 4th. I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
Oh, Miami. Okay. Yeah, bruh. Come on, bruh. Like, I mean, they can beat Indiana.
No, I'm right. Yeah, the 4 and the 5 would play. Yeah, you got me thinking I'm tripping.
Yeah, 4 and the 5 play.
Yeah. But Miami, so far, if I'm not mistaken, I think Miami is leading the season matchup against these guys. I mean, I know that don't matter come playoff time, but I'm saying food for thought. Let me see if I can find it.
So who you said they would play? Who's the 4th team, Spade?
Miami.
Okay, so they'll play Miami. Okay.
So if I'm not mistaken,
bro, they're not beating Miami. They're not beating Miami.
I like Miami.
Bro, Jimmy Butler just went wheels on them.
He loved playing them.
Yeah, like he think they fool. Like, come on, Jimmy, bro. They not beating Miami.
So let's see. I'm trying to see how many times they've already faced Miami this season. They lost 137-106. And they lost
137-106?
Yeah. That was the most recent.
Holy shit. Oh, okay. That's when Jimmy went wheels.
And then they had a overtime loss to the Heat. That was 117-116.
Yeah, they're not beating Miami, bro.
Embiid had 35 in that first one, though. But they still lost, so.
What Ben Simmons had.
Let me see. Where you at, Ben?
And if you ain't have,
Ben had 15.
yeah, they're not beating Miami, bro. So they better try their best to get this shit together because bro, yo, they not beating Miami. Shit, they might not beat none of them top 4 teams. They not beating them. They better try and get in the top 4 and play the bottom dudes because they're not beating those guys.
Yeesh.
They might be a first round out.
Yeesh.
They payroll like $400 million and they about to be a first round out.
Yeesh.
Shit crazy. Yeah, man. Spade.
Yes, sir.
We can move on, bro. I'm off Philly.
So
we got the
All-Star draft?
We got the All-Star.
Let's
All-Star
talk about
draft.
the
I got
All-Star.
the people if you don't got them.
You're going to give me the people, but before you do that, let me set this up. We're going to talk about the draft for the NBA All-Star game. The NBA come up with this new format to basically make it where it's not just the East versus the West. It's just a mix of All-Stars. However, LeBron and Giannis didn't quite do it that way. The starters for both teams were the East versus the West. And Giannis had a sound bite. LaPerez, you knew I was going to mention it. They were drafting their starters, and I was looking, and it was a few names on the board. It was Kemba Walker, Trae Young, and James Harden. I already felt some kind of way about James, kind of still being on the board that late. And Giannis had to pick, and he was like, I'm between Kemba Walker and Trae Young. And of course, I think it was Charles or Shaq. Somebody threw a little joke in there and said, "You don't want to draft the dribbler?" Talking about Harden. And Giannis said, I want somebody who's going to pass the ball. And I was like,
I knew Spade was going to have a problem with that.
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead and ruin it for Giannis going to Miami. Go ahead.
Now, you're right. Let me play it down the middle. I was just like, Giannis, because you be working so hard on your game to get better that you probably don't get a chance to pull the box scores, but you're talking about a man that, just led the league in assists a couple years back, and I think he finished 2 or 3 in assists last year. So, he do pass the ball. You probably just didn't know because you're working so hard on your game because you want to be the best, and I respect that. But, I just wanted to correct you. Don't come for the beard, all right? Yeah, man. Give me the teams. What's the teams?
So, Jordan B. did make the All-Star game. I said I don't know if he made it, but he did make it. He was actually Team Giannis.
Oh, and Simmons didn't make it, right?
Simmons made it too.
Oh, well, holy shit.
They both made it.
Oh, well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, they both made it. So, Team LeBron, of course, you got to pick from the starters in the first round. So, the first round, Team Bron took AD, Kawhi, Luka, and James for pick 1, 3, 5, and 7. And Team Giannis took Embiid, Pascal Siakam, Kemba Walker, and Trae Young for picks 2, 4, 6, and 8. Spade, before you even say which one of those teams is better, let me give you the rest. So in the second round, I ain't going to give y'all the numbers. It don't matter. But Team Giannis got Chris Middleton, Bam Adebayo, Rudy Gobert, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, Brandon Ingram, and Donovan Mitchell. Okay. And Team Bron took Damian Lillard, Ben Simmons, Nikola Jokic, Jason Tatum, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, and Domantas Sabonis.
Okay.
Spade.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know what I was saying. I even tweeted, as soon as I seen the starters, I'm like, holy shit, this shit is a mismatch. But before I go, matter of fact, I'm going to just say, y'all, I think Team Bron is better than Team Giannis, by far. But Spade, who do you think is better, and who do you think, going to win the game?
Bro.
I don't know. Do we want to talk about going to win the game? Let's not talk about who's going to win the game yet.
I mean, we basically talking about who's going to win the game. Bron team way better. They about to get. Way better. Somebody tweeted like, I see it. I know when y'all jump on Twitter and y'all be talking about me, y'all don't at me, but I know when y'all be talking about me, fam. Y'all not smarter than me. Somebody jumped on Twitter and was like, I see people defending James Harden's assist, but passing to get an assist and moving the ball is not the same thing. So Giannis did the right thing by not taking not taking Harden. And I replied, and Giannis about to get dubbed up. So if he did the right thing.
Especially with the new rules, where it's got to be like once we get to this number, only 24 more points, and it's a wrap.
Fam,
like
them boys about to get dubbed up.
Might get 124 in the first quarter.
Yeah, they about to get dubbed up. That's all I got to say about it. We ain't even got to spend a whole lot of time on the All-Star draft. It was cool. It was cute. Go Team Bron. What's next?
So you like the little fantasy drafting they've been doing the past couple years?
Yeah, I mean, I like that they trying to figure it out. Like, even if you don't love it, I like that they realized that people had a problem with the current format and they made some attempts to make it better. Same thing I felt about this rule change, man. Like, we're going to play the first. We're going to take those points. We're going to put it in our pocket. We're going to play the second. We're going to take those points. We're going to add a 1. We're going to subtract the Y. We're going to... I don't know. I still don't know how the hell we're going to get to the score. But I like that they working to make it more entertaining.
Spade, I feel like, first of all, I like the fantasy thing. We got to stop letting Giannis pick. And I know it's the top vote getters. I get it. But we got to stop letting it be Giannis. I feel like last year, we was like, yo, Bron team was better. Bron drafted better than Giannis. What the hell is Giannis doing? He don't play fantasy? Like, come on, Giannis.
Bro, it's probably because he's just working real hard on his game to get better.
Bro, he took Embiid as his number 1 pick, bro. Kawhi was right there. Like, bro, is Embiid even going to play? Probably ain't even going to play.
If he is, he's just going to be
if
in
he
Ben
play,
Simmons'
probably
way.
play 5 minutes.
They better not put him and Ben out there.
Oh, they on different teams, because you know I was about to say that. They on different teams.
Oh, thank God. Oh, that might be a good matchup to watch.
Ben Simmons on Team Bron. Yeah, I feel like Giannis don't know. Listen.
That's probably because he's just working on his game to be better.
You're right. It's crazy because if Zach LaVine would have been an All-Star, I think he would have competed in all the All-Star events. Because I think Zach LaVine is in the 3-point contest. Zach LaVine in the dunk contest?
I don't know. Is he?
No. I don't think so. But he would have been. I think I read he would have been one of the first people to compete in almost all the All-Star events. But Zach LaVine didn't make the All-Star game because they let Chris Middleton in there.
Stop saying that because they didn't. If they didn't let Chris Middleton in there, Bradley Beal would have been in there. And your boy still wouldn't have made it. Hot take, man. Derrick Jones Jr. gonna win the slam dunk contest. The parents, let's move on. What's our next topic, bro?
Bro, Giannis took Chris Middleton as the first pick.
That's his teammate. Round. He had to do that. Imagine not taking your teammate.
You don't. Bro, Dame Lillard was right there.
Bro, you got to take your teammate. Come on,
bro. Russell Westbrook. Bro, do you want to win? Put Booby in.
No, he clearly don't. He just want to work on his game and get better. Giannis, I understand it. This guy right here don't understand it. So you probably should not think about going to Chicago. But I understand you.
Go ahead, Spade.
What's next? I don't even know what's next.
Okay. Oh, my bad. We got a pick 'em game. Like I said, last week we had a pick 'em game. It was the Super Bowl. We both picked the Chiefs. I think we might be on different sides of the spectrum right here. Pick 'em game this week is on Wednesday night. Wednesday night, we got the Blazers traveling to the Grizzlies. Spade, this might be one of those games because they both fighting to scratch and claw their way to the playoffs. I mean, we just seen a crucial loss last night for the Blazers. It should have been a gold 10 against Utah. Dame Lillard was going ham again. Went bananas. A few weeks ago on the Jazz, dropped 51 in the win. Was going crazy last night. Drove to the basket. Put it on the glass. And Gobert blocked it off the glass. Should have been a goal 10. The refs came out and said that was the wrong call. I mean, it was wrong for them not to call the goal 10. They should have called the goal 10. And it should have been a tie game. I think with some seconds left, Jazz would have got a possession, but the Jazz ended up winning that game in a tough loss. Dame Lillard after the game said, "Man, we fighting to get in the playoffs, and we getting losses of 9 calls. That sucks." But Spade, I got a good one. Blazers at Grizzlies. They both fighting for like that last spot.
I think this is a really tough game. Who's at home in this game? You say Grizzlies?
Grizzlies.
You know what? This is a hot one. Because Dame is playing. I think right now Dame is probably playing the best ball of anybody in the league. But with that being said, man, I'm going Memphis here because for some odd reason, despite how well Dame is playing, they can't quite get over the hump, man. They in something, and I hope Memphis realize it's still a good amount of hoops left. Don't get me wrong, the playoffs ain't starting today. But it's like 2 games. What is it? 2.5 games between Memphis and Portland. I think this is a big regular season game, man, and I wanna see Memphis pull this out. Give me Memphis. This is the one time I'm not sure of my pick, so
I'm going Blazers.
Okay,
I'm going Blazers, and Spade, I'm going Blazers. It's crazy because I don't know if I told Spade the stat last night that I'm not going to share on this show.
Go ahead.
But I'm hoping Whiteside play. because if he don't, I might be in trouble. But Whiteside better be on that court. So I'm expecting Whiteside to play on Wednesday. He didn't play last night, and man, it showed. I told Spade, I called Spade after the game last night, the Blazer game, and I said, man, now I know Swanigan had like 11 boards, but I even tweeted it. Him moving defensively laterally did not look good. They was pick and rolling. They wanted Swanigan, and I mean like for like 3-4 possessions, back to back. Donovan Mitchell and Inglis and those guys was just taking Swanigan right to the cup, and laterally he was not fast enough or mobile enough to make the defensive stop. And I mean, it didn't look good. So they need Whiteside. I'm hoping he play that game, so I'm going to go Blazers. I'm expecting Whiteside to win. Whiteside to play. I'm taking the Blazers to win. I'm not hedging my bet, though. That ain't me hedging.
It sounds like
I said.
Yeah, I really just thinking.
It's not me hedging.
Okay.
I'm going Blazers.
You don't do that bet hedging thing? You don't do that?
Say it again?
You don't do that bet hedging thing, huh? That's not you.
No. I'm not hedging my bet.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think that was you. All right, LaParis, we made it to the last segment of the show, man. I feel like we have provided quality content today. That's kind of what we do. That's what we do.
Okay.
So last segment of today's show, man, we call this segment Strong Arm Performer of the Week. It's pretty obvious, man. It's one of the best awards you can receive if you are an athlete. We get us away to a male or female athlete twice a week, one from me, one from this guy, for any athlete who raised his or her level of play to ensure that their team got the win. All right, LaParis, you are on the hot seat, bro. Who's your Strong Arm Performer of the Week and why?
I got a guy I talked about maybe a few weeks ago, and I said, free that man. I'm talking about Bradley Beal, man. Now, I know there ain't a lot of bright spots in Washington, but Bradley Beal is the lone bright spot out there in Washington. Now, they played the Dallas Mavericks last night, and man, they was expecting Dallas to beat the jakes off the Wiz, and Bradley Beal, who wasn't having the most efficient, great game, Bradley Beal said, not tonight, Mavs. And Bradley Beal came out, had 29 points. He went 3 of 10 from 3. I know that's ugly. He went 11 to 28. I know that's ugly. He had 5 boards, 8 assists. But you know what Bradley Beal did? Bradley Beal said, the Mavs take this dagger 3 to the throat. Bang, bang, bang. And hit the game with the 3 to lead his Wizards to a 119-118 victory over the Dallas Mavs. For that performance, Bradley Beal, and it's one of the few awards you're going to win this year because they didn't let you win the All-Star game, because they let Chris Middleton in, I mean, for that performance, Bradley Beal, you are my Strong Arm Performer of the Week, Bradley Beal.
That's pretty good, I guess. You threw some shade, you threw some jabs, but ultimately we finally got to you giving the award away. I want to give my award away to somebody who just said, I've done this before. This throw the cape on and save the world. I've done this shit a few times in my life, and I realized when I need to do it. The Houston Rockets were made to be the laughing stock of social media all week when they said they didn't want a center. And their first chance to try this out was against a very talented LA Lakers team that's got a few good bigs. You know what I said earlier? LaParis, do you know? LaParis, this is my time. Reclaiming my time. Do you know what I said earlier in this show? I said Daniel House Jr. has been playing phenomenal. Ben McLemore's been playing phenomenal. Ben McLemore wasn't good. He was 2 of 6. James Harden wasn't good. He was 3 of 10. PJ Tucker did okay. Everybody did okay, but they needed somebody to throw the damn cape on. That's a guy named Russell Westbrook. He said, I've done this shit before. I mean, just so happened I got a cape. Y'all need it? Threw the cape on. 17 of 28 from the field. 6 of 8 from the stripe. My man had 8 boards, 5 dimes, a steal, and finished the game with 41 points to help the Houston Rockets silence the haters, albeit briefly, because I think they lost their next game. But in this game, he silenced the haters. He got the dub for this performance. Russell Westbrook, you are my Strong Arm Performer of the Week. Fam, everybody who was saying the Rockets are stupid, this would never work. They went back to Twitter the next day and they said, it ain't gonna work in no best of 7 though. I said, boy, they be moving the hell out the goalpost. I wanted to reply, and if it do work in a best out of 7, it won't work in a best of 9 though. Y'all can just keep moving this shit if you want to. It won't work in a best of 10. Great game, man.
Bro, sometimes you gotta outkick your coverage, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something. Westbrook LaParis, we talked about the fact that he stopped settling for a whole lot of threes. Man, that man had 28 shot attempts. James Harden only shot the ball 10 times. So that lets you know that the Lakers was doing the same shit that had been working. Harden come across the court.
Except this time he wasn't out there chucking.
This time he said, you know what? I'm 3 of 10 from the field. I'm 1 of 6 from 3. I'm going to give it to Russell Westbrook. Westbrook shot 28 times and only 2 of those 28 were from 3 and he was 1 of 2. That's how I want to see Westbrook play. Like that. That's 50%.
I've been playing all year.
That's 50%.
Westbrook averaged 30. He averaged 30 last month.
Well, he ain't been playing that way all year because he had been taking more threes. Like when he first got there, he was taking more than 2 threes.
Yeah, that's in the beginning.
Right.
That's in the beginning. That's because Dan Tony was like spray and pray. That's what they gonna do now.
Yeah, man.
I mean, before I close the show, speak anything else to add?
Brian didn't have a good
Just went on
game
your
either.
whole-
Brian didn't have a good game either. Brian was 1 of 8 from 3. I don't know if I like seeing Brian take 8 threes. That ain't really you, Brian. Brian took more threes than James Harden. Like, come on, Brian. That ain't you, bro. I ain't got nothing, man.
All right, man. I usually leave y'all with a word. And the word today, man, I told Spade, I said, I don't know what the word's going to be today, man. The word today going to be hope. Because I hope that XFL lasts. Spade hoping that the Rockets' new system work out.
I'm not hoping nothing.
We hoping that Wiggins figure it out in Golden State. Spade hoping that Miami sign Giannis. Like,
first of all,
I was hoping Zach LaVine made the All-Star game. Spade hoping Patriots don't give Tom Brady $30 million.
Bro, stop
We
lying
hoping the
on me.
76ers figure it the fuck out.
Stop lying on me.
So
I'm like Cedric the
I'm saying there's a
Entertainer.
lot of hope.
I don't hope. I wish. You know what I'm saying? I wish Giannis
There's a
would
lot of hope going on this show,
not
man.
sign with Miami.
So the word for the day is hope, man. Listen, man, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Strong Arm Sports. Y'all already know. If you new here, bang the subscribe button. If you're a regular, hit the like button. It's a little bell up there. You can click that bell, send notifications to your mobile device to let you know a new episode has been uploaded or premiered. You gotta hit that button because people like, yo, I ain't even know y'all uploaded. Hit that little bell, yo, right up there. Hit that bell. As usual, if you don't want to see 2 dudes arguing in a box, it's okay. We got audio podcasts everywhere. UPodOmatic, iTunes, Spotify. We are everywhere. There's no reason why you guys should ever miss a show. We thank you guys for your continued support. We'll see you guys next episode. We out. Peace.